And then Sam said that Anthony told Jimmy that Opie was over at Sam's house, and Sam said something about Anthony doing something about Opie. So everybody just started talking about it. And that's when no one liked Ron because he was being funny, so everyone wanted him to leave. So that Anthony was fighting with some black woman in Times Square, and then his girlfriend was mad at him, and he couldn't find his gun. So Jimmy kept acting like he was a pedophile, and that got Opie mad, and then Sam Michaels, I could sneak right in there, and it could be my show. And then Dennis Falcone came in, and he wanted to count down the hits, and I was like, Dennis, get out of here. Where's our security out to take Dennis out? And then Anthony, I think, went to rehab or something, and when he came back, Jimmy was there, and he was talking to him about it, and he found out that Opie said something about somebody else, and somebody was a cunt that wouldn't even look at him. I think that was Dennis Falcone or E-Rock or somebody, and that's because this is the most important part of it. Sam saw E-Rock. I think he was kissing Roland or something, and nobody knew what to do, so they just got out of there. And that was the biggest gossip that we had, because there was sharks. Like, there was sharks in an aquarium, and everybody didn't know what it meant. But my head was on a swivel. I had to keep my head on a swivel, because just like I was trying to take a picture, and like some black girl was like, what are you doing, you white motherfucker? And I said, I'm not doing anything. And now I'm fired. No. That's crazy. So Opie wanted to go to mornings, but the afternoons were there. Like Jim was there or something. So he had a special to do her. I don't know what happened. But keep gossiping about it. And then Ron was saying to Fez, like, are you okay, buddy? And he's like, no. Everybody's making me crazy. So there's all kinds of stuff happening. Nobody knows what happened to anybody else. So keep just gossiping about it on Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram. Sam. It was Sam. Like, if you hear me dying, I'll just go like this. It was Sam. Lots of big gossip going around school this week. I mean, lots of it. Like, no one is talking right now to Jimmy because he was telling Sam that he wanted to be friends with Anthony, and then Opie wanted to be friends with somebody, but then he was on a beach, like a mysterious beach, and he's like, get Ron out of here. Nobody wants to see Ron around here. And everyone's like, okay, we will. And then Don came in and he says, like, I got cookies. And everyone's like, no one wants your fucking cookies right now, Don. And then Don left, ran down the hall and told everybody what happened. And then later, Tim Sabian came in. He's like, Ron, I got a good idea for you. You could have something yourself. But he'd shit all over a wall. For some reason, he started to shit somewhere. I don't know why. So then he was out, and then the Stangles came over, and the Stangles were like, yeah, man, we can make this like Letterman. It's going to be like Letterman. And then Pete Davidson's like, Letterman? You're too fat to be on Letterman. And then they're like, well, at least my dad's still alive. And everyone's like, yeah, your dad wouldn't help anybody in a building. And then so they left with Harry, and they went to Harry to talk to him about it. He's like, I don't know who any of these people are, but at least I know where my gun is. That was the important part. And it was all in the paper. Everything was in the paper. So now, like, Anthony is going to be doing his show at the same time that Opie's going to be doing his show. And then Jimmy is the only one left in the mornings. And then somehow Sam is there. Yeah, that Sam, the guy that used to get water, like Opie's water, is now in his seat. And now instead of being Opie and Anthony, it's Opie or Anthony. And everyone's like, maybe Opie's not going to go to work. And everyone's like, of course he's going to go to work. It's work. You go. You go in the afternoons or you go in the morning. You just go. And everyone's like, oh, shut up. Here comes Ron. Probably going to start some of that shit again from Raw Dog. I'm like, what's Unmasked even mean? That's a stupid name. And that's why my favorite show is the documentary show. Because they talk about documentaries that are on TV. That's cool. Loving it. So that's all the gossip I got right now. But all you need to know, it's Opie or Anthony. And Sam is not with Eastside Dave anymore. Because I think Eastside Dave ate some shit. And I think it was Tim Sabian's shit. And Dennis Falcone came in our office and he's like, don't throw anything away. I'm a pack rat. And I'll save everything I have. And everyone's like, why? And then I was like, does everyone here need security? Why? Who gives a fuck? No one's going to jack you at the bathroom. You're fine. And that's why we all hate Ron. Because he's like, hey, everybody. Come see me at the Unmasked. I'm going to be talking to somebody. That's fucking stupid. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. Uh-oh. And then Don came in, and he was wearing the same dress as Opie and the same dress as Jimmy. They're like, one of us is changing. And then Jimmy's like, I gotta dress like this. I have a date. And I'm like, yeah, then he should wear the dress. And then Sam says, this chair feels good. That's all the stuff that happened at Sirius XM. The Sirius XM days. I think that's everything that happened. And then Anthony's like, I'm going to tell you the truth. Years and years after it happened. Even though when they did the Unmasked, they all lied and said they were friends. But they weren't. It was like 5 minutes later, they stopped doing a show. And then Anthony's like, I'm walking on Greg's shells not to get in trouble. And we're like, but you have a gun. Why didn't you use it? And that's everything that's happening to Sirius XM. None of it makes any sense, and it's all made up and stupid. It's dumber and worse than Wretch. I just came by. But be careful, because I don't want to be seen as a gossip. Go to my Pinterest page, because I have a blog on there. And I'm going to put up a video, a viral video, later. Zoo. And then you try to figure it out. But it's good. It's a good zoo. So, Tim Sabian's gone. Anthony's gone. Opie's moved to afternoons. Stangles are gone, but they're with Harry. Don is hanging up pictures next to Earl. And nobody knows what anybody else is doing. But it's really gossipy and good. Hey, it's the Bennington Show on a Wednesday, September 28th. You know, now I finally get what the song Wake Me Up When September Ends means. I get it after all this time. John Williams, our musical guest today. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I'm Ron Bennington. And that person that was hiding on the floor, trying not to get caught up in it, was Chris Stanley.
Oh.
He's my eyes and ears of this place. He tells me everything that's going down. And it's all happening, right? Everything's going crazy around here.
Wow, it's wild. Wild as always.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah.
You keep your head down, you're so big, you know?
Like fucking being in Vietnam. Just everyone, you should be in fucking sneakers and black pajamas.
Sounds like comfortable.
It is nice. That's why Viet Cong won. Comfort. Purely based on comfort.
Yeah, they had good style points.
If I was in Vietnam,
Hats.
I'd be like, and I saw the Viet Cong, I go, ooh, are we too early? Should we come back after you shower and change into something more army appropriate? And can we just have some tank warfare? Is it really over now? Is there even such a thing as a tank? Is there just...
I think they still make them, but I don't know why.
I
feel like it's just a drone. It should just be a drone army at this point.
That's where we'll basically be.
Yeah.
And any military guys will just be nerds who fucking play video games. Which I don't even know why we say nerds do it. It's everyone plays video games. Even the President of the United States.
He loves it.
He likes Madden.
Does he?
Is that his?
I'll play his ass right now.
Light his ass up.
I can't tell you how many times the Eagles have won the Super Bowl. I'm thinking about moving over and just letting the Rams get a little joy in their first year. Like, there would be some drama to that first year. After Madden, I like to sit around and do a fucking interview into a tablespoon. Well, it's one game at a time. I know we're 11-0, but I'm not looking at it, I'm not looking at an undefeated season. I'm just looking forward to the fucking Redskins. That's all.
One game at a time.
Yeah, that's what I said. It would be great if somebody would go, you know what? There goes Sam by. Just walking the halls. Yes, thank you. Congratulations to me. Yes, thank you. But no player ever says this. I play 2 games at a time. In my fucking head, like a genius. Boop, boop, boop. When is Keith the cop going to buy dinner for Ron again? I'm always open to that. Chris, did you end up paying for those pizzas yesterday?
Yes, I did.
What happens is they go out. He sends somebody, because we were stuck doing GPS, which is going to be L.A. in the 1970s. Shh. Sam was talking to Jim. Like, Sam's just coming up. He acts like he was like just casually walking by.
Right.
But he was like, oh, God, they're doing a whisper bit. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, the GPS, LA, the canyons. That's going to be a cool one.
Yeah, that's 3 p.m. East, Deep Tracks Channel 27 this Saturday.
Which, that was the most laid-back scene. But if you ask any of those guys, none of them were laid back. Watch the history of the Eagles, part 1 and part 2, if you want to see maybe the best rockumentary of all time, because those dudes are on that O&A thing of, I'm fucking saying everything now.
Yeah.
You can't hold anything together.
They're a lot broier than you would think.
Oh, I always knew that they were bro. I mean, when you do a fucking song called the Freaks Don't Want No Geeks, you're a fucking, no, the Geeks Don't Want No Freaks. And they used to even have at their parties a sign up that said no freaks. You're a fucking rock band.
Yeah.
You pussies.
What's wrong with the freaks? And the geeks.
They also used to do this thing, and it was back before this kind of shit even made sense, but they would have the Eagles softball team, and they would play like against local radio stations or Rolling Stone, and they would wear softball uniforms and fucking cleats. And they're just playing against these fucking music nerds who are in fucking Converse and bell bottoms. They would just go out and crush them. And they'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah. 31-3, dudes. These
Eagles
guys
rule.
Yeah. These guys fuck with us with their reviews, but the Eagles kick fucking royal ass.
So the pizza. That's what you're going to say.
Oh, yeah. The pizza was the fucking funniest part. So Chris tries to order some pizza
to expense it.
Yeah, he was going to expense it because, I mean, we were just fucking behind, we were just sitting here going like this. Okay, now who's who? What other bands are out there? We had really fucking fallen behind with that. And then the kid comes back with pizza, and then he didn't have a receipt again. And that's happened to you a couple of times.
Spencer Berger on his last day declined to get a receipt.
Here's the thing. This is the weird kind of boss that Chris is. You won't yell at them, and yet you won't be cool with it. You just sit there and you just fucking rage inside.
Because I feel like, the yelling and the screaming is bad.
In what way?
It's just that maybe it's like...
But everyone knows that you're enraged. And in my case, I found it funny and I'm like, oh, I could pay for this. But why stop the uncomfortability? And plus, I know you're constantly fucking doing shit on that account for yourself.
A lot of receipts going to every month's expense.
Sounds like, why did the show need an ottoman?
Look, we need to be comfortable. In breaks, man. Come on. It's a nice ottoman.
We're keeping it at my house right now.
Yeah, I mean, for storage reasons. I want Ron to be comfortable. But yeah, so I feel like it's unhealthy to start screaming and just like really going fucking nuts. So I've got anything where I'm just pushing it down.
Serenity now.
Yeah,
that's your method.
It's fucking serenity now with me.
Insanity later.
So it could be heading for a giant fucking explosion. Who knows? Or for something minuscule and stupid.
But do you tell those guys, bring me back a receipt?
Yes, they know. Everyone knows.
But you say to them, nothing is more important to the receipt. Don't come into this room without the receipt.
Yes,
I would rather you drop the food than the receipt because I can get another receipt and buy more food. I don't think you're telling them that.
I haven't said that specific sentence, but I'm like, just please.
But you have to let people know this is the most important thing. The receipt.
That's all that matters is the receipt.
And yet, they don't bring you back receipts.
Yeah. I think
and that makes me fucking laugh.
Why?
Because look.
I just want to get some food for this show.
I know, but let me just show you this. I'll just reach in my pockets.
Okay.
Look at all this I could have just given you.
But
I'm not going to, because it's fucking funnier seeing you
fucked up,
pissed off. Because if they can't fucking set up the studio, or if they can't bring back a receipt, what makes them think they can produce anything?
Yeah. Yeah, I had an inside rage moment before the show.
What is that?
Because your guys, you and Gail's workstations, every day it's a different configuration.
It's new. It's like they keep us on our toes.
So I'm going to take pictures and fucking pretty much just mark out where everything needs to be.
You treat them like that, like when the first time that your mom left you alone at home, where she was like, this is going to be Monday's food.
Yeah.
Then Tuesday's food happens here.
Everything will be marked. And
this is the hospital number.
I've labeled all the Tupperware.
Yeah.
And I put a lock on the sharp knives.
Why?
You can use a butter knife.
To cut a steak. That's always the funnest thing. And I'm like, Mom, please. Don't even worry about it. I got this. And then as she's pulling out of the driveway, my friends are rolling a fucking keg into the backyard. This is fucking great. I don't get that. Guessing the timing to tweet was calculated. Oh, I don't know what any of those things mean. Fucking old shock jock days. Here's Red in Canada. Red.
Hey there, buddies. I think that you got Chris Stanley really settled down, because I remember how many years ago is that now, that every time he'd start freaking out, you'd play him that Eagle song,
Peaceful Easy. Yeah. Peaceful Easy Feeling. Yeah, that's right.
Probably every time he gets worked up now, he probably remembers back to that and he just gets into a nice calm state.
Yeah, Chris used to have constant rage. I would have rage outbreaks. They've all stopped for us. Gail doesn't like the rage, and she's like, "Cold, just chill out, dudes."
I said, "Listen, if you're gonna rage, you're gonna rage against the machine."
I like to rage with the machine. With the Republican Party. I rage for Donald Trump.
Rage for the machine.
Yeah, I rage for the Second Amendment and anti-choice. I don't know what else. I don't even know what divides people anymore. Like, remember it used to, I mean, it wasn't that long ago gay marriage was the number one thing that you had to talk about every day. And now they do a debate, doesn't even show up. No one gives a fuck about gay marriage.
It's done. We're all cool with it. Everyone is.
The Westboro Baptist Church recently said, yeah, gay marriage is fine. And then they put up a sign that just said fag love outside of a fucking funeral.
We support fag marriage. The rainbow sign.
Yeah, just a big rainbow sign. They don't care anymore. They've moved on. But so think of how many topics that you would get into in the past, argue about, and now no one cares. Like, I think pretty sure no one's going to care where everyone takes a dump in fucking North Carolina.
That's going to happen sooner rather than later. The trans movement is like it's just on a trajectory now.
Oh, yeah, we've seen it. Yeah, it's the civil rights. It's the new civil rights. The funny thing is, most people, they'll never even get to meet a trans person, you know?
Yeah. Or if you did, you probably wouldn't know.
No, I probably did then. You're right. I was, with Pamela Adlon's like, I'm a little bit boy and I'm a little bit girl. I'm like, oh man, make the announcement, honey. Do it right here. Just say that you're putting on a mustache.
You mean literally, right?
And then she seemed like she was going to wear a tie or something. Like a guy. When's that showing? Tonight? No, it's Thursday.
Thursday nights.
Okay. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, facts.
I got first.
Why do you want to have facts? Why is that important to you?
Let people know, you know?
Let people know, you know?
Let people know.
Get the information out there.
Love facts.
You're back into T-shirts again.
I still haven't done laundry. Run out of button-down shirts.
Hey, it's our buddy Justin. He's up at Toronto's Just for Laughs Festival. Hey, what's up, Justin?
Not much. I'm just recovering from last night. I'm hitting my head against the wall right now. I didn't get a chance to see Big J's show. Been hearing nothing but crazy things about Sinbad.
So you never, for 3 days, you never got to see it?
Oh no, I've been fighting off a cold, and I just need to get my rest. It has been I'm realizing this festival is a marathon, not a sprint.
You know what? Here's the thing, Justin. You're First Nation. You should have herbs and stuff like that cures you immediately.
Oh yeah, I left all my herbs in Montreal, unfortunately.
So who have you seen?
Last night I saw Gary Goldman and K. Trevor Wilson. I mean, I think K. Trevor Wilson's on his way to becoming very big. He is so damn funny.
And Goldman, it's over for him?
No, Goldman's still, he's still, the classic Goldman. He actually opened for Tig Notaro on Sunday, and that's where I saw him, and I was like, yep, I got to see him do his own thing, because, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. Who else is big? Who else is popping up there?
I'm hearing nothing but good things about Joe DeRosa. He's, still previewing that No Hour he's got coming out. And I'm excited to see Andy Kindler. I mean, I hear he just got into town.
He did Big J's show last night. Big J.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Another reason I am hitting my head against the wall right now.
You got to get your shit together up there, Justin. What else? This thing goes on for a while, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's so many options in the night. It's really crazy to plan it all out and hit every show on time. Is really an effort in and of itself.
All right, have a great time, buddy.
Peace.
Yeah, I will. See you guys.
That's our road guy, Justin. He's at Just for Laughs, Toronto. The video, now a new video up. That's what the person was saying. Because it's choppers. Opie has done a thing of choppers. You'll hear helicopters. And that means I will take afternoons. It is the Bennington show on a Wednesday. Is it Wednesday?
It is.
Okay. I never keep up with all this. I think the biggest story of the day that Warren Beatty had to put out a press release that said he did not sleep with 12,775 women.
But I do like that he said, look, it was a lot.
Yeah.
But scientifically, it's not possible for me to have done it. He breaks it down. It'd have to be multiple women a day, never repeating a woman.
The reality of him and any true coxman is not the number of women, it's the quality of women.
Right.
And he and John Mayer would do the same thing as, you must be famous first.
Yeah.
That was their thing. And that's where it almost becomes nutty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like this girl was beautiful, but she wasn't a model nor an actress. So no one would make a big deal if I slept with her. So I saved the dick for another day.
But even if you had, let's say you're a celebrity and you had two big celebrity relationships with beautiful, famous women, I think you would already have that status. If you had been with more than one.
Let's say you had been with Gloria Estefan.
Okay. Sounds great.
And Kate Blanchett.
Okay.
Would you be considered a celebrity coxman?
I think that one is a little bit peculiar, but probably not coxman status. Like you would have to be, the primary view of the woman would have to be sex symbol.
Okay.
So can't just be like a woman who's like very talented or, you know, is artistic in some way, because then that's where her focal point is. But if you were with, say, a Rachel from Friends and Angelina Jolie and...
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you married them both, what kind of a coxman is that?
That's a shitty coxman.
You're talking about butt stuff, dude.
See, I think this would have been... I think this would have been fucking better for Brad. If he would have fucking menaged those, right?
Oh, yeah.
Then he would have the status.
Better than 12.
Marrying them.
Yeah. That would be better than the 12,000.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it would be better. Again, Warren Beatty had to come out. And I remember with Wilt Chamberlain, they said that he was with 20,000 women. And then someone actually broke down, some stat geek broke it down and then said it would have to be 4 different women. And that's the thing. This isn't 12,000 times.
Yeah.
Now, I know this for a fact. Eastside Dave used to try to, and this is the saddest coxman of all time, he would jack off at famous places, right? So he jacked off at the Statue of Liberty and that fucking rock up in Boston, Plymouth Rock. I think he jacked off at the Grand Canyon. And I'm not even making this up. And I go, did you jack off in the Grand Canyon? He says, no, I went to the Johnny on the spot. And I go, then that's kind of disgusting.
You have to come to completion into the canyon.
Or, in this case, let's say he jacked off on the feet of the Statue of Liberty. I'd be like, okay, you're on to something. I mean, you're a footy guy. That's your thing. Like, when it comes to that, who do you think, how many presidents have jacked off in the White House? I would think a lot, just being nervous over like nukes and shit. Like, yeah. I can't get to sleep. I'm going to run a quick batch.
I would say the majority, if not all.
You think
Washington? I don't think Nixon did.
Really?
I don't think he got a hard on.
I don't feel like Reagan never jacked off in the White House.
No.
I can't see that man jacking.
So you sit and try to picture this?
Yeah, I'm like, is Reagan masturbating?
You can't get a visual on that?
I can't, no.
I think he did.
I don't think so. I'd lay money down that he didn't fucking masturbate. In the White House.
They said he raped somebody.
If you're willing to rape.
Yeah. And then
I'm sure you have no problem with masturbation.
See, I never heard the rape story. This changes things. I feel like Thomas Jefferson definitely masturbated in the White House.
He masturbated on people.
Yeah, I mean, he was a freak nasty. Everyone knows that.
Hey, James in Oregon. James.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
All coxmen. Anybody that tears it up like that, they're all coxmen, right?
I don't know if I would agree. I mean, let's suppose you said I slept with 12,000 women, but they were all prostitutes. That doesn't get you. This guy slept with 12,000 prostitutes.
Then you would say, oh, you have a sex addiction. There's a difference between being a coxman, because then you're not choosing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but what if you
all
choose?
welcome.
What if you choose to sleep with 12,000? I think the thing about being a coxman is it means you have to have a little game to get that, and your own place of power that's going to make these powerful women into you in a big, big way. Now, no one celebrates, or am I wrong about this, a woman who's been with a lot of famous people.
Yeah, we tried to coin the term cunsmith.
Yeah.
And
I think it worked.
But I don't think it's catching on, and I don't think people are willing to embrace.
Who would be the most famous of that group? Is it a Liz Taylor, or did she get married too much?
Yeah, she might have married too much, but like, didn't Winona Ryder have like a lot of attractive?
I mean, 90s bands, if you're going to be totally honest. She fucking slept with the guy who sang Runaway Train. I'm not overly, like at the time, like he's got a hit record. But now as time's gone by,
right?
I don't know if you're that impressed with it. Where are you at, Chris?
Who dated who? Or who
dated who? Or who dated? Who dated?
Who Winona Ryder's dated?
You're not even making sense. You're in who dated who?
Who
did she date? You fucking thick tongue prick.
Scott McNally Hahn?
No, doesn't work for me.
James Gooding?
I don't even know who that is.
Tom Green?
All right, now we're getting places.
Keanu Reeves?
Now, are we starting from the beginning or recently?
This was starting from most recent.
Oh, see, that's not the way to play the
go
fucking
backwards.
game.
Right.
You got to go. Forget it. You don't know how to do this. I mean, if she slept with Tom Green 2 weeks ago, I'm not even giving Tom Green the kind of credit I would have in '94 when he would have had to fight off Johnny Depp and the guy who sang Runaway Train.
It's like you know nothing about gunsmiths, Chris.
Now, I heard this from somebody, right? Fiona is a gunsmith, right? Fiona Apple.
Yeah.
But even in her early day, like before she had a record deal, she was hanging out at NEW, dating a guy who did nights there. In her world, this was already,
sure,
a powerful man. He plays records on the radio. So they went to a party. Sean Lennon was there. She didn't even say goodbye to this fucking dude that she'd been dating. She just split with Sean.
Really?
I got that from Black Girl Douglas.
Earl told me that he heard from Ben that Anthony had went over.
Maybe I'll just do whispery gossip person to start every show.
I think that's great.
Elliot. You're on the air.
Hey, girl Bennington, I got a cunt Smith. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is she's kind of the modern day cunt Smith.
Now, I would ask Chris to do this. My problem with Taylor is this. She might be doing it just to write songs.
Right. You think that now this is her new persona?
Well, I mean, no, she needs it to write a song. Like, she can't write a song until she breaks up with a famous person.
And then she's like, okay, now I have a little inspiration.
Yeah.
All right, I got him. In chronological order.
Chronological?
Chronological.
Okay.
First off, Joe Jonas.
He's only 15, isn't he?
He's a baby.
Taylor Lautner, the werewolf.
The wolf boy.
This is the dullest. I mean, this is the most high school thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, she's a young lady.
Then John Mayer.
Now we're on to something. Full grown man.
Jake Gyllenhaal after that.
This is big.
I know.
This is big.
It's really good.
Then Connor Kennedy. One of the younger Kennedys.
Now, I will give you credit for having a Kennedy, no matter what. That's like you've dated into a family of coxmen. Everyone is impressed with that.
And you're talking quality here.
I don't know Connor. You know what I mean? Like John Kennedy would certainly, or Bobby, but I don't know about Connor.
Harry Styles.
He's the it boy, right?
Yeah, he's like all the girls love Harry.
Then the DJ Calvin Harris.
Does that mean something big?
He's a big time DJ.
I thought Calvin Harris played with the Cowboys.
And then the newest dude she broke up with, Tom Hiddleston, which I believe is Loki from the Avenger movies.
Okay, Loki.
So there's some good ones in there. I think her highest bar there is Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, that's pretty big.
Lowest? Joe Jonas.
I guess Joe Jonas.
But that was a starter set.
Right.
Or the Werewolf Kid is kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done much since those vampire movies.
You haven't either. At least he did something.
I'm definitely Team Jacob.
All right, I got somebody that I think can beat
Okay.
Ms. and everybody loves her, Kate Hudson.
Shit.
Chris is looking out. He's doing his thing, which is typing and then reading what he has typed.
All right, it's loading.
What fucking year is this? 94? Are you on AOL?
All right, I don't know if this isn't in chronological order.
Why not?
Oh, this website sucks. But, all right. Musician Matthew Bellamy.
Keep going.
A-Rod. Alex Rodriguez.
That was so far into her deal. This stinks. It should be like, so we can follow along.
I'll find a chronological list.
No, A-Rod is definitely, I mean, I like people when they go out in and out of, occupations. It's not
Yes.
18 actors.
I know. She does actors. She's got some rock stars in there, sports stars. You want to move it
She's
around.
got it all. Hey, Scott, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Ronnie, I got a spy report for you.
Spy report. That should
Mr. Tim Tebow has hit his first home run.
Now, did it take place during a game or batting practice?
They have an instructional game today. He hit the first ball he hit out of the park.
Now, when you're saying he hit it out of the park, is it literally a park? I mean, is he just playing in a park with his friends? I don't follow instructional league baseball. Vito, I know that you're a Mets guy, right?
Yes.
This league that they play are they playing against the instructional fucking Yankees or
it's like
is it Mets versus Mets?
It's the same thing. It's like they play around the other instructional leagues in the area.
No, in the area. Is everybody 17 but him?
It's probably just a bunch of like young kids, like 15 to 16-year-olds.
Is this like when Kramer took karate lessons?
Like kids who got their GEDs and then tried to make it to the majors. I'm guessing that's
All right,
what that
if he hit a home run his first time up, looks at the first pitch, hits it as this gentleman said out of the park, I say bring him up for the fucking pennant race right now. He's ready to go.
We need him for that one-game playoff.
We need an angel in the outfield.
That's why I have that shirt.
AJ Moore, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
What do you say?
Oh, wow, I didn't hear the usual, hi, sweetheart. How you doing? My wife and I are obsessed over this Coxman conversation with the two scenarios with Gloria Estefan and Kate Blanchett.
I see no reason. Now,
you know what?
Yeah.
She says no, and I say because of Gloria Estefan's wealth and owning the Dolphins and being in a separate time zone entirely in a different continent, then I say those two yes. Because of the billionaire status of the sound machine.
One, if you're with a billionaire who's got the sound machine.
I know I'm not fucking the sound machine, but I could fuck the Dolphins if I'm fucking the owner of the Dolphins. Sorry. This is what we do all day.
I definitely would want the sound machine to watch.
But Ronnie wants the sound machine to watch.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's called a cuckold, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, and I'll be like this, look at him. Look at him. Jay,
Namakasu.
Yeah.
Put it away, fella. The sea biscuit in your pants. Stash it.
Here's an interesting question. How many women does it take before you are a coxman?
How many women does it take before you're a coxman? I would say, I'm literally a coxman because I married a cox.
Yeah.
That was a layup on the cylinder. I had to throw it down.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, little Bennington gal. How are you? Remember when we first started and I said horrible things to your daughter, not realizing it was your daughter? I'm like, I'll break the chops of the new gal. And people go, ooh, JJ. And then I had to call back and my dearest, heartfelt, oh, my God.
I cried myself to sleep that night.
But we all laughed.
And that's not okay.
Yeah, we like
John Mayer. Speaking of, your head will never hit the pillow without my hand behind it. It's too bad he's a douche because, boy, he can write and play.
Yeah.
So how many, I think it's you hit for power and average. I think you can get away with having, like, sex with 6 women if they're famous and just be a cocksman.
You're a cocksman at that point, yeah.
If all the public knows is you had sex with, like, Nikki, just the gals from Las Vegas, like those three, you, Molly Sims, and then you go, all right. Well, no, then you go to another show and you go, and then you got that lady, and then you got that Lima lady. They're all named Lima in the Victoria's Secret catalog. Just Lima. And you go, wow, that guy's really, yeah, but he only slept with those 6. He's a super selective cocksman.
Right. See, that's the thing. I don't think you're overly impressed with somebody who slept with a bunch of girls from the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't
not at
matter.
all.
That's just like a hound dog or something.
Who cares? That's what Long Island is. These girls from the neighborhood. Just,
Right.
All right.
Well, the girls from the
6. Oh, my God, a 7.
girls from Long Island are great because they'll blow you without sleeping with you. And they're like, don't put me on any list. All I did was blow you.
Watch my hair. Get off my hair.
Now, for a cuntsmith, do you get less numbers there? Like, can you pull it off with, say, a 3 or a 4?
See, this is what I think is amazing about Kate Hudson. She made a celebrity attempt. She made a celebrity attempt suicide.
Right.
The great Owen Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. They said Kate Hudson's a gunsmith, and Nick goes, "Oh, big time."
Yes, Nikki is 100% correct.
Kate Hudson needs a cock helmet.
Yeah.
Now, what about
here's my problem with Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
That the lovely Ms. Cox pointed out, and that is, it's okay to have these boyfriends, but maybe wait a couple weeks before you put your fucking child on their shoulders at the parade for the paparazzi.
See,
here's A-Rod and riders on his head. Here's Lance Armstrong. He's got one ball, but the kid on his neck's got two. Like, easy, lady. It's your child. No wonder Chris Robinson takes acid every single day. Allegedly.
Now we're finally alleged after this 10. But she might be the queen of the cocksmen.
Now, would you consider, say, a Michelle Williams, who has kind of like, she's like an indie cocksmith?
Okay, give me a
cuntsmith. So she's got
Yeah.
obviously Heath Ledger was her husband. Then Spike Jonze.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, but then
Jason Segel and Connor Oberst.
I wish we were in like multiple lines, love, because you got great points. She goes, but Nick just said, yeah, but then she's with like a guy in a sitcom, like kind of takes away.
So you can actually lose points for being with a double.
Dick and vagina is like, no, that's not cool. That's just goofy. Like, hey, look, I'm with hey, guess who I got? I can't say any names because it'll come back to me like, why'd you fucking say me on the show?
That's the problem with living in L.A.
Hey, I just fucked a gay guy. I just fucked Nikki Cox. Well, yeah, I married her. As Buddy Hackett would say, get online. Same thing. Wow. You guys are all like dialed in. Two ladies go, ew. So what is your number, Ronnie, to be a registered cocksman? I think
that you've got to look at a famous 5. You got a Jack
5. That's why I proposed a famous 6. You shot me down.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think 5 would do it if they are decent, exciting.
You're going to tell me I fuck 5 famous girls, I'm going to be known around town as the guy that's a cocksman. That's what you're saying. That's your story. You're fucking sticking to it.
Nice guy, Eddie, the cocksman. But like, you got to move this into a Ryan O'Neal in the 70s, a Jack Nicholson, a Mick Jagger, and now we're at the John Mayer things. But
he does get after it, and he does get it.
He gets what's available now, but they're not as mysterious and as exciting as
well, there's no Angie Dickinson.
Right.
There's no, but also there's the guys that you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, we know about Nicholson and Beattie because it's all anybody talks about because they talked about it. But then you meet a guy like Carrot Top, and you realize, I'm not joking, by the way. Do you know this, Ron?
No, I want to hear this.
Only, this is like 1994. Way back, 2 at a time are not interested. And my wife would go, so like if I walked up to Carrot Top and I go, nope, where's your friend? You got a friend? She's pretty as you? Because Scott could pull it. That was his thing.
That was his thing.
Two at a time, or you're wasting my time.
But the reality of it is he couldn't finish the second one. You know what I mean? A man.
No, he could not.
Yeah,
and he would go to the trunk, take her out.
Yeah.
And go, here's a friend that's almost as hot.
A man, and I got this from Too Tall Jones, that one is not enough and two is too many. And it is the problem with life right now.
Hollywood Henderson was smoking crack the night before the Super Bowl. Do you know this story?
Yeah.
His book is amazing. Pepper, you had to read the book. That's the one you could read without moving your lips, right?
He's going to audible.com to try to fucking listen to it.
Did you read it?
No, Hollywood Henderson's book is astounding because he was just smoked a joint every day, and Tom Landry said, if you don't take those sunglasses off, you're not going to have a future here. And he goes, my future's so bright, I got to wear the sunglasses. And then he smoked crack before the Super Bowl. And then, like, at 6 a.m., there's a knock on the door. He thinks it's the cops. He gets a Desert Eagle, answers the door with the gun out. It's Marvin Gaye, who's doing the national anthem. He goes, I understand you got rock and bitches. And they smoked crack until noon. And he had fucking 2 sacks, a blocked extra point, and 4 solo tackles in the Super Bowl.
Different time. It was a different time.
Get it on.
Yeah. These days,
your show is the single greatest part of my day. I'm not joking. I'm not washing your balls. And if there was a way, just all day, every day, like, I just keep going towards the light, everybody. Keep telling people Bennington Show. Keep hashtagging Bennington Show, because something like this may never go away. You're going to be 80, and you're going to be dancing for us, Grandpa.
All right. Thank you, my friend. Take care.
You know, Tom, our thoughts and prayers go out to Deanna Favre and her very brave battle with cancer. Next to
Give Nikki Cox our best. She's sitting right next to him. They're very, they basically do a show like this at home every opportunity they get. Somebody just wrote in Lindsay Lohan.
It's a block of names.
It is. Look, here's the thing. This is the thing about Lindsay Lohan. You can't be a gunsmith and get it from Running Train one night. You know what I mean? Like, this has to be a
spread that shit out.
Yeah, there's got to be a certain amount of dating. You just can't have these guys coming in. That reminds me, I got a couple days off. I want to watch The Canyon again.
Love that movie.
Great
James Dean.
By the way, what is it about? It's you know James Dean, the porn stars, right?
Yes.
Imagine him in a movie without sex, where it was just him acting
with Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to imagine that.
But Paul Schrader wrote and directed it. He came in and did our show, and he was like this. While he was talking, this is the best thing. He's on the phone. He was like this, and we're like playing his opening music, and he goes like this. I just got Venice. Look, I just got Venice.
It was awesome.
He got the Venice Film Festival, and he just goes like this. Look, I just got Venice. I'm like, that's fucking great, Paul Schrader. He's funny because he wrote all those badass movies, and he has a slight lisp. I love a lisp on a fucking, you know what I mean?
I like any speech impediment.
You do?
I don't know why. I really like it.
Your lip?
Would you call it a speech impediment?
Well, when you start to do the deaf thing, you know.
I guess,
like the deaf people
sure.
have a speech impediment?
Yeah. But I guess I'm talking about either lisp, whatever that amazing thing is where your R's are W's, which I don't even know what you would call the homestyle water type thing. I don't know what you would call that. And I like also somebody who, and this is maybe my favorite, who have like the buck teeth one, and like it doesn't seem like their lip can get up around their teeth, so it's like up. That one I just stare at, and it's not like I'm being mean. Like, I love it. I think it's so.
I think if
great.
you give someone a carrot, you're being mean now.
And I wouldn't do that. I would just stare at their big teeth and just adore them. I think it's really cute. Like a Miley Cyrus has that, where her teeth kind of like come out farther. And she has trouble getting the bottom lip up around it. It's the best.
That helps her dig up root stuff. So it's nice.
It is the best.
Now, is a speech impediment a handicap? Like, can you fucking park up front if you have a speech impediment?
I feel like it should be in play to get that handicap spot.
In play.
Like if it's a bad enough speech impediment.
Why can't they fucking walk though?
Yeah, I don't think you can get that unless there would be some sort of special, like some sort of special handicap, like you could go through the drive-through at a different window that takes you up front because you're like, okay, you're not going to understand me through this thing.
Yeah.
That would be, I think, a special circumstance.
It's a drive-through where you have to write it down. I just have an app for everything right now, and I just drive right up to it. I'm with you though. I think handicaps are pretty fucking cool. And one time at a fucking concert, I'm tripping, and it's a fucking, I think it was Frank Zappa, but I could be crazy here. And I'm fucking tripping balls. And there was a dude that I met who was deaf at a concert. And I'm fucking tripping, and I go, you are made up. I'm fucking doing this with my mind.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because I like just really leaned into, why are you here? This is fucking amazing.
What is your purpose?
And I was trying to find out, like, what, but I couldn't because the person was deaf.
And did you?
Or it was a trash can. I don't know. Like I said, I had seen notes floating around the fucking
shit
room and on the stage.
Did you ever get that thing when you were a kid? You got obsessed with like a certain handicap or like a special need, and you're like, I wish I had that.
Dude, your fucking Grim Nora was missing a baby toe. And I used to make her take her shoe off about every 5 minutes. I go like this, Nora, could you just take off your shoe? And she's like, it's the same amount of toes. I go, I just want to see. And there was 4 fucking toes. And I can't believe I don't have a foot fetish. A 4-toed foot fetish.
The one that I really wanted when I was a kid is I was always really jealous of the asthma kids. Like I just thought that the inhaler was cool.
Yeah.
And it seemed, I guess, because it seemed like they were on drugs. Like they had their own control of a substance that, like, at that age, you don't get to have control of. And so they're like, ooh, I need this right now. And I was like, it's like having a drink or something. It just seemed really cool.
Take the edge off.
And, I remember I was either sick or I was having some sinus trouble. And my doctor, I was very little, and the doctor recommended an inhaler, and I was so excited. And then when I got it, I found out it was one that you had to stick up your nostril and like do it like that. And I was like, what? That's not the one I want. Forget it. I'm not using it then.
You ever see, like, when you're a kid, there's the asthma kid in class, and he's getting fucking screamed at by the teacher for something, and he just keeps it like an asthma thing. He's like, you son of a bitch. He's like,
this kid's gonna drop. This kid's gonna fucking drop.
I was fucking loving it. There was a kid in my school who had 2 leg braces. I don't know what the fuck. He was born like fucking horseshoe legs or something, right? This was in 1st grade. At recess, we would all kick him. We would kick him down.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Did anyone stop you?
No, everybody was doing. There wasn't anyone to stop. Everyone's like, look, he has braces. And we'd kick his braces until he fell over. But now as the years have gone by, I'm like, there was something, you know, it was almost like a species could tell when there is a weaker version of the pack, right? And we forget that humans are animals.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we weren't using any intelligence, any thought, any information. There was something in our fucking DNA that was just saying, different.
Yeah, it's like Piggy in Lord of the Flies. It's like, okay, this person he can't keep up with us. He's got glasses, you know, like.
Those glasses turned out to be very valuable, though. Chris, I know you don't know what we're talking about, but you can listen to that at audible.com.
Really? We'll check that out.
Yeah. Lord of the Flies. Who was the fucking kid that started fucking tripping, basically? He was so weirded out.
I can't remember what the name of
Simon.
Simon?
That was fucking weirdo Simon.
And he kind of took the leadership role, right?
No, Simon was the one who just went off on his own in the woods and
just started bugging out.
And found the body, yeah. That was like, to me as a little kid, I'm like, holy fuck. Because you're like, you want to go right away, like when you're a little kid reading that book. Hey, which one am I? You know? What the fuck am I going to do? We might be announcing something that we're doing later on today, though. I don't know. They're trying to put it all together. Oh, you know what? We got to talk about this documentary. Do we need to break first?
Yeah, we should break first.
All right. What's the name of the documentary?
Gringo. It's on Showtime.
Gringo, the story of
John McAfee.
This is the most bizarre documentary you've ever seen in your life. I saw it the other night. I made Chris and Gail watch it. Chris, you watched it a couple nights ago, but Gail, you watched it last night?
I watched it last night, yeah.
So when we come back, there's going to be a spoiler-unfree discussion of Gringo. This McAfee, if you remember when you got a computer, it was always McAfee antivirus.
Yeah.
And every computer.
Every
for
computer.
years.
They said he had 67% of the computer business.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes to show when you're a little edgy and you get money, it may not be the best thing. Like, no one understands how bad success can be for you.
Yeah.
It can be fucking just the worst thing that ever happened.
Just bring you to your darkest days.
Yeah. It turns you into an evil fucking weirdo. And you're just like, I want it. I want it. Oh my God, I'm nuts.
Do whatever I want now.
Does anyone ever know when they're nuts?
They can't. Otherwise, you think they'd stop being nuts? Because no one wants to be
I think if you
totally
think
crazy.
that you're nuts, it's probably a good sign. If you are like, oh, I'm a little weird about this thing, or I get a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
But if you don't think that about yourself, you probably are fucking crazy.
Right. Good point. That's when you're at your craziest, when you're like, this makes sense.
Yeah. I'm feeling the truth right now.
Like, I think if the cup started whispering to me about, religion, I'd be like, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is real.
I don't think I
just
should
feel
be,
like,
yeah.
I wouldn't be like, okay, cup, I know what you mean. Okay. I'm just going to drink out of you for a little while and then tell me the rest of the stuff. Who's that guy?
I don't know, but he's got a guitar.
Good too.
Oh, I think that's Puff the Magic Dragon. I don't know if he has a real name, but he sang the song Puff the Magic Dragon. He's been coming around here for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is his name? God, that's going to drive me.
I just call him Puff.
Did he?
That's fucking racist,
What?
dude.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Peter? I believe his first name's Peter.
Peter, Paul, and Mary, and he's Peter.
Yeah.
Peter Puff.
Peter Yarrow. Puff.
No.
Peter Yarrow Puff.
Yarrow.
Can't
I just
be
love
that.
when the New York comes out like that. That's Peter Yarrow. Christopher! Peter Yarrow's coming in!
That voice is fucked up.
Get Christopher! Get the autograph for me!
Stop it.
Christopher.
What's this? Oh, Adam Ferrer?
Yeah.
Great. Adam Ferrer is on the line with us right now. He's I believe, the most beloved comedian in the world.
He is so very loved.
Beloved. Actually, more than loved. Adam's going to be performing at the Henderson Pavilion in Henderson, Nevada, Saturday, October 1st. Oh, great gig. Adam, how are you, buddy?
Hey, good morning, my friend. How are you?
It's good to talk to you.
Yes, nice to talk to you, too. All right, let me get this out of the way. Friggin' Cardinals.
Yeah. I don't... It's the hardest game to bet, you think.
Yeah, you just got to pick one.
Yeah.
And that knocked me out of the pool. And it's just, how do you, and then you go back and pick, oh, damn, because I was actually, I swear, I was going to take the Vikings. I was listening to Jason Whitlock. I like Jason. I like Colin. I'm like, you know what? He's got a point. He's going to take the Vikings, but now I'll take the Colts and play it safe. And I get screwed. All of a sudden, and between that and the Jets, because now Ryan Fitzpatrick is a philanthropist. Everybody gets an interception. That's nice.
He is nice to
No,
people.
here's another one. Have another one. There's one for you, one for you. Is everyone happy?
But this game, Jay Moore is out also, too, right?
He was out week one.
Yeah, he was
Took
out.
the Jets.
And these are people who know football, and yet some people who just picked by helmets are still in this thing. That's what's infuriating.
I mean, the Dolphins probably should have lost against the Browns. They played so badly, but it went to overtime and they pulled it out. It's fucked up.
And it's easy on paper because there's no point spread, there's no nothing, there's no, and I don't do fantasy because I don't have the time or the patience. I mean, Ron, my friggin' Christmas lights are still up, so I can't sit and do that. So it seems easy, but it's not.
I've tried it before, the fantasy thing, and it's just too annoying. It's too damn annoying. I want to enjoy my Sunday.
It ruins your Sunday. It's over when you're playing fantasy.
Plus, I want to watch a game. You know what I mean?
Then you're not even going to pay attention to any of the like the actual outcome, right? You're just watching your own players.
I need this wide receiver to get fucking 30 yards, or my weekend's fucked.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
Well, the Sundays, when we were kids, first of all, there was only 2 games. It was the 1 o'clock and the 4 o'clock on the East Coast.
Right.
And you would get up early, wash the car or rake leaves or do whatever you had to do by 11:30, because the Abbott and Costello movie was on at 11:30. Then you watch the Abbott and Costello movie. Then it's 1 o'clock kickoff. It's 4 o'clock, and then you watch your father sleep on the couch.
It is true that you wouldn't, and that's why Monday Night Football was so big, because you would see somebody other than your local team. And people were freaking out for it.
Couldn't take it.
Yeah.
And it was in color.
How many people got knocked out?
Oh, it's about 70% are going already in 3 weeks.
Yeah, about 20 people left.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, how many people took the Cardinals?
7 people took the Cardinals, myself included.
Yeah.
Oh, you were one of them?
Yeah, I was one of them. I thought the Cardinals are playing against the Bills. The Bills don't have an offensive coordinator. And then they just put up fucking 45 points wherever it is, and Carson Palmer throws 7 fucking picks.
And I got a Rex thing anyway, because I didn't like Rex when he was here, and the brother too. First of all, the brother looks like he signed a Declaration of Independence. You're a grown ass man. Stop it. Just stop it. And then Rex with the feet and the talk. At least with the feet, put the foot in your mouth. Shut up and play football. I don't want to hear it. So I got a bias against them anyway.
Did you see when the video of them leaked, him and his wife doing foot fetish thing, and just how bad Rex was at cosplay? He was supposed to be a cop, and he just immediately started talking about her feet.
Very stiff acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, pull over, young lady. Did you know we're just gonna put pressure on you the whole time? We're just gonna blitz you the whole time. Ooh, 5. We're gonna run 5. Look at those pretty toes. Turned on now.
So, Adam, you got this gig coming up in Henderson, Nevada, huh?
Yeah, Saturday. The Henderson Pavilion. It's myself and Ryan Hamilton. So it should be a fun time. So thanks for letting me call in and plug. Everyone who's near Henderson, come see me Saturday. 1 show, 7 o'clock at the Henderson Pavilion.
Very, very funny man, and like I said, he's just absolutely beloved. All right, we'll talk to you soon, Adam. Thank you so much, my friend. Take care,
my friend.
All right, we got to take a break here. We'll be back. This is Bennington. Patrick Stewart is back as America's favorite news anchor in the quirky and outrageous Starz original comedy, Blunt Talk. Created by Jonathan Ames and executively produced by Seth MacFarlane, the series follows Walter Blunt, played by Patrick Stewart, a British import intent on conquering the world of American cable news. This season, Blunt is at the top of the network ratings, yet he manages to find himself in absurd scenarios along with his band of dysfunctional newsroom co-workers and his trusty manservant Harry. The story is filled with conspiracies and intrigue as Walter investigates the LA drought. But booze, drag, and porn and drugs help bring a level of comedy unlike anything else on TV. This season packs in some amazing comedic guest stars, including Jason Schwartzman, Fred Armisen, Moby, Brett Gelman, and Eric Griffin, just to name a few. Catch the season premiere Sunday, October 2nd at 8:30 p.m. on Starz or the new Starz app. Hey, we got a little bit of news that we're excited about. We've been asked to be part of the New York Comedy Festival, or as I like to call it, the NYCF. That's with our show 101, and we'll be announcing in just moments how you can get tickets to see our show Comedy 101 at the Underground in New York City.
This is going to be a blast.
Yeah, it should be. Should be fun. November's, to me, I don't know what it is. Summer doesn't seem that comedic to me, but autumn is great comedy month.
You really need sweater weather for comedy.
Thank you.
What, do you want to be sweating in the club?
Yeah.
Gross.
Do you like a comedian who will wear a sweater on stage, though?
If I feel warm in the room, then I assume that they're much hotter than me. Like, do you ever notice that in a special, if somebody's like in a suit or they're in something that looks really hot, I start to just think, I know it's so hot under those lights.
But I'd rather be wearing 2 suits at the same time than 1 sweater. You know what I mean? Like the sweater, to me is a ski lodge thing.
What about a hoodie?
Hoodie, it doesn't matter because you can undo it so easily.
Yeah.
Sweater, you're locked into.
A pullover situation.
All right. If you go over to the interrobang.com, your opportunity to buy tickets for this. It's Comedy 101, part of this year's New York Comedy Festival. Tuesday, November 1st, 9 p.m. at the Village Underground. Go to the interrobang.com to find out how to get tickets. Now, if you've seen these before, you know how funny this show is. I don't know whether you got a promo or anything, Chris.
It's being built by Productions putting it together.
Well, we don't need an official promo. We just need little clips that we could show people how funny this event is. We first did this just a year ago at Thanksgiving, and we've done a couple of shows since, and people will say to me, Ron, the show was funny. Thanks. I'm glad I came here. A big part of it is the judges that we get. And we're talking to some people right now. I mean, let's face it. There's certain judges where you're like, they really get it. They should be back.
Yeah. There's judges who are immediate repeat situation.
Mean enough to be the kind of people we're talking about.
Yeah, you're funny, but are you mean as a snake?
Can you make someone cry with your words?
But keep us laughing while you do it.
Oh, yeah. Let us laugh at that person. Like, find something about them.
Yeah.
Particularly if it's a young comic looking for their break. I mean, the whole show is something to really just, boy, I don't get the night. But I will be on stage looking out at the audience, hearing some of these comics, and I will see people. Like I was a lifeguard from the stage, I could see people in trouble. And I could see people drowning from laughter. So you do have clips, Chris, or you don't?
I don't right now.
Okay. But you know what I'm talking about from a producer's point of view. You try to make this a big deal.
Yes.
We're in the New York Comedy Festival.
It's huge.
So you can't say, and we were accepted a while ago. So you can't say, here we are, we're on the show, I'm having someone put this together. Or I don't even have a single clip. Now, Friday, we're being played in the Sam and Jimmy spot, right? On Friday morning. Mm-hmm. Sam and Jimmy occasionally will want to take off on a Friday. They've been doing stuff all week. And Sam will just like, no, I can't do anymore. I'm fucking drained from creating magic over and over.
Yeah, but a couple of young bucks like us.
Yeah, a couple of young, just knock around kids looking for that special spark in life, you know? Extra, read all about it. So I thought maybe, and we're off. I found out that the company thinks it would be best that we take a couple days off because one of us started whispering at the start of the show today. So what we should do is play one of them that we've never played or replayed before. And I believe that's Thanksgiving from last year.
Yes.
So that's Louis J. Gomez, Dan Soder,
Joe List,
the grand Joe List, who we've watched us grow and bloom in front of us. And to me, one of the fastest fucking guys that you'll ever meet in your life, Rich Voss. I saw, wait a minute, I'm trying to think of what Bobby called him the last time we were together. Robert Kelly called him a fucking name from a movie, and I can't.
It was about his hat.
He called him Flamingo Kid.
Yeah.
And no one is saying Flamingo Kid. Anyone who does loves it for no apparent reason. And it is, Voss is just fucking tailor-made for this show. It's so goddamn funny.
And I love that one because that was our first one, so we were about as surprised as everyone else was when it was happening.
Yeah, we thought, oh, this might be funny.
Yeah.
And yet it was incredibly funny. Does Dan know? Is Dan going to be the guy who goes out and gets comedians for us?
Dan's been contacted, yes.
Yeah. Was he one of his little beak wet like he did last time? So this time, because it's part of the New York Comedy Festival, it's $15, but we're going to give away a bunch of tickets on the air. So if you want to make sure you're going, go to the iBang today and get your seats. I call it part of the VIP circle, and that circle takes up the entire Village Underground.
Yeah. Then you know you're very important.
Very, very important person.
To us. Yeah.
Right. Once again, no dogs are permitted.
I really hope that we can lift that rule at some point.
I'll tell you why. I've watched the show with dogs. They're not laughing. They're not adding to anything.
But they don't get in the way.
They've bitten laughers. If someone starts laughing hard, they'll bite them. And that person's like, I'm not laughing anymore. Go to theinterrobang.com. I'm going to play you a clip of one of the... I'm only kidding, Chris. I know you don't have it right. But someday you will, right? See you tapping away there?
One day.
What are you checking to see if Johnny's almost here?
No, not.
Now, Johnny's coming by with what? Apps?
He's bringing lunch. He's bringing lunch.
What is he bringing?
He's bringing stuff from the Hard Rock.
I know stuff from the Hard Rock, but what? Off the app menu?
I'll ask him. I did not ask him.
You're having a funny time producing this show, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we want to sit around and eat cheeseburgers. That's big.
Yeah, that does sound big. You're looking for like a finger food, is what you're saying.
A football food, as Vito likes to call it. Vito, you performed once at Comedy 101.
I performed at the stand.
No, I wanted to bring you up under your new stage name, Farty Mc... And he's like, no. And I'm like, why, Farty? And he goes, first of all, don't call me Farty. And second of all, I don't want the name to be funny. I want my material to be funny.
Well, it's just that Farty suits him so well. And I especially think Mc is a nice touch.
I think it's a great name.
But I don't know how you put it on a Twitter handle, and I don't know how you get your name out there with that. And I consider myself a classical joke writer. So,
what were you writing on your Snapchat? What was that all about? Somebody was playing music too loud?
I was in my office the other morning, like trying to do work, and for an hour there was just 40s swing music just blasting throughout the entire 36th floor.
Look, some new 40 songs came in. We got to take a listen to them.
Where did they find those?
Para Miguel, is that the cat who ate my new shoes? Boom, boom, boom. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da-da. I remember, see, here's the thing. You grew up listening to my music, right?
I did.
And you're like, oh, some of this is interesting.
Sure.
My parents come from the big band era.
Yeah, there's not one big band that you like.
It seemed like something insane to me. One little fishy, two little, hey, everybody. And I just remember listening when I was a kid, like, what the fuck is going on here? And how can you have a band with this many people in it? How do you know who everybody in the group is?
You can't really have a favorite band member, can you?
No, you couldn't. And then my dad was like, I have a collection of 78s. And he had these big, thick records that were, and then all of his stories to me they just seemed crazy. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't believe them. And I remember he's like, I was supposed to be part of his first election he ever voted for was Truman. He voted for a Democrat. And that is because Truman dropped the bomb. And I'm like, you voted for a man who dropped nuclear weapons.
He is a pro-bomb stan.
Well, here's why, though. I mean, it does have a reason. He was part of what was called the invasion of Japan. Mm-hmm. So all these guys that were in the Philippines and stuff, they were all planning to bring all these ships together, and they were going to bum rush Japan, which, as we've seen at different places, it's a bad idea. If you happen to be one of the people hitting the beach.
Yeah.
And, he was in the Navy at the time. So when the bombs dropped, they didn't have to worry about that. And he got to come home. And he was like, great. This is fantastic. And from that point of view, you can get it,
No storming?
And he's like, the whole way home, we were listening to Artie Shaw. I was thinking about my best gal. So anyway, it's Comedy 101. You can hear the big promos and everything that we're running right here, and you hear how funny and fun and crazy it is. But your opportunity, we're going to give out tickets at a later date as we get closer to November 1st. But if you want to make sure you can go to this, you head over to theinterrobang.com, theinterrobang.com. Tickets are at sale through the New York Comedy Festival. And I believe it's going to be a night to remember, a night in November. It's November 1st, right?
November 1st, Tuesday.
Isn't that election day? No, I think we vote the 6th this year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's a week later or 2 weeks later.
Because we used to vote, for some reason, it used to be the first Tuesday in November. I don't know whether it still is. So, Vito, you don't like to make promos either? We couldn't have like a big promo to explain to people?
I like to make promos. I didn't have it ready for today.
Today? What was that sound?
This one went really surfer. Today? What do you mean? Today?
You're young. You don't smoke. There's no reason for that to be your gravelly voice.
I lose my voice once every 6 months, and I don't even yell or anything.
So that sounds like throat cancer, if I'm going to be totally honest.
I hope not.
You should go to a doctor. It gets really like wet and crunchy in there sometimes. When
That's pieces of lung that he can't.
No, Vito!
These motherfuckers. I don't know what they're trying to fucking pull around here. Could a guy like that ever run for president? A guy just smoking a small cigarette? I'll fucking tell you right now, I'll build a wall. I'll build a wall around Oklahoma and none of those pricks will get out.
I wish that Obama had stayed a smoker, because when I heard that he was, I was like, man, I kind of wanted to see a smoking president. I didn't have one in my lifetime.
Will it be returned to smoking for him?
I think he will go back to it, yeah. Because I heard that he was sneaking them here and there for a while.
His wife was catching him. Obama, put that out.
She calls him Obama. I love it.
Come back, lady.
President Obama, what are you doing?
Mr. President?
Put down that Marlboro.
Now, fix that lawnmower. Stop your smoking.
That's his job?
Put down that sandwich.
I just went over and checked the thermostat, and it was on hot as piss.
I did that.
Did you?
Yeah, I forgot to put it back, but I get so cold in here. I feel like my digits are just like frozen.
Hey, Russ in Nebraska.
Yeah, I live out here in Nebraska. I was just wondering if I could get those tickets on StubHub.
That's really fucking funny. Yeah, I'll let Louie fight the good fight. If somebody wants to StubHub that ticket, I'll just be like, oh.
We've been StubHubbed. It's really in demand.
StubHubbed it. All right, look at these kids in wheelchairs playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucking travel right there. That's a travel. You've got to dribble, son.
They don't teach these new millennials rules.
No.
And let me guess, he gets a participation trophy, too.
Man, the way people get mad about little kids getting trophies,
Is that even, like, really a thing? It's like one of those things that I have to believe is, like, mostly made up.
That people are mad about it?
Yeah, like I tried to watch, or no, that it really existed on such a large scale that it's going to like affect children forever.
I got participation trophies.
So then why is it?
Because somebody said it once.
Somebody said it once. Because, okay, so the Survivor is doing a Gen X versus millennials, and I just tuned into like the beginning of the first episode, and they're like, Gen Xers, like, what is it about millennials? And like, participation trophies. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, did this really exist? I mean, you're also speaking to people who are like 25 years old. Like, they don't have any trophies.
I got one in every fucking little kid sport I ever played in.
So then what's the problem? I still don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, no. Have you ever heard a brilliant person who was upset about a kid getting a trophy?
No.
So don't worry about it.
I don't really get the
This
thing.
is a dumb internet thing that people start to say. They try to figure out why people are the way they are, and they think, oh, they got coddled. They were loved by their parents.
Well, like the challenge that we were discussing yesterday was it was very polarizing, and somebody had brought up this thing like first the pussification of this generation, now the cuntification. Which one do you want? Like, are you afraid of them being too PC, or are you afraid of them bullying each other? I'm not really sure what you want.
I think they're both fine. I mean, some people want to be coddled, some people want to bust balls. That's what I say.
But be creative about it. Don't bust the same balls everybody else is busting.
Bust some new balls.
Some fresh, unbusted balls.
What did we find out about Johnny?
No answer yet.
Oh man, you know what I love about you, Chris? You produced the show on the fly.
Yeah,
that is impressive,
isn't it?
Boy, yesterday we ran around here. I don't know how late we were in last night.
Yeah,
and Chris is like, "Don't anyone go home. This is fun."
This tune's swinging.
Comedy 101. It's going to be a fun swing party. The New York Comedy Festival has asked us to be part of it. Now, I know the Bonfire is doing something
nice
for them this year. And what they've decided to do is take a lot of chairs and driftwood and start a bonfire. And then we're going to throw in a dummy that is wearing Sun Valley's football uniform.
Nice.
I
don't know if they're going to be allowed to have that open fire, though.
They do it. No one's going to stop them because they're edgy. I'm going to do something else fairly soon as well. The Stand has asked me to do. There's become a problem in my life. Gail, Jay, Robert Kelly, and Voss and Bonnie are pulling me into the live performing world.
Yes.
Each one of them is like, let's live perform. Let's live perform. And I'm like, no, I radio perform.
Yeah.
It's easier and it's in the middle of the day.
We're all saying, get out of that chair and stand up, sir.
I'm like, I like my chair. It's too much fun.
There's not enough people in this room.
Well, I can't wait for Comedy 101.
I know. We always have so much fun doing it, and we get the funniest people to judge for us.
Also, the show ends, or has up to this point, ended with someone we know performing stand-up for the first time. Last time, BL came in and had ADD.
Yeah.
Vito has done it before.
Yeah.
With the judges just slamming. Who knows we'll do it this time, but it's Comedy 101. We're going to give out some tickets later. Not today, but later in the future. But there will be limited seats given out and then seats sold since this is the New York Comedy Festival. It's only $15 a piece. Go to theinterrobang.com for those. We're going to play a quick promo.
Don't have it yet.
I thought we've even played promos on this show before, like little pieces.
Yeah, I think from the last
few.
Yeah, like the
from
last
Jump
few.
Street.
We had like clips of
We don't want them. Well, you know what? We'll do it tomorrow and the next day. We'll have it all put up. All right, here's some people said this to Vito, and it's a good point. Why would you complain about music since you work at a radio station?
Because when you're trying to get work done, you don't want to hear it just blasting music that you're like while you're trying to deal with audio and stuff like that. Gotta respect everybody's surroundings.
You're not loving 36.
36 is a little bit of a struggle.
All right, here's the thing. All right, Carla writes into it. It's the fact that every kid gets a trophy. There is no winning team because they don't keep score. But see, here's the thing. No one gave a shit who won until the fucking adults got involved. When I was a kid, we played sandlot baseball every day. Then we'd play fucking basketball on some hoop on a fucking telephone pole. And we'd play pickup tackle football. Every fucking day when I was a little kid. Every day, whatever the season was, that's the sport we played. Sometimes we played street hockey. We wanted to play ice hockey, but, we skated like shit. So street hockey was either. No one fucking cried or celebrated or was celebrated who won that game.
Right.
It's almost, no one gave a shit. You just played and played and played. And then somebody's mother got called in and the game was over. And I don't give a shit if the score was 42 to fucking 19 in base. You know, they were terrible, ridiculous fucking scores. No one cared. No one gave a shit. Then the adults get in and they start to organize the sport, right?
Make it unfun.
Yeah, of course, because some of the kids aren't playing. Well, there's only 9 positions. If we were fucking playing this summer, it could be 5 kids against 4 or fucking 18 kids against 14 kids. Everyone fucking went in the field. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You hit it to someone and didn't get your triple? Who fucking cares?
So
you're just playing.
So let's just say, for whatever reason, it infuriates you the way 8-year-olds either receive or don't receive trophies. Wouldn't that be then the previous generation, the parents, who you say, why do they make it this way? Why is it that the anger is towards like the young people
who got the trophy
right,
and fucking know one way or another? Yeah.
No kid says, I'm not going to join this league until I'm guaranteed a participation trophy.
I swear to God, once I started playing in leagues, I was like, oh God, this fucking has really slowed the game down. These fuckers are being, you know what I mean? This is taking forever. And we got to get in a car to go there now instead of just walking down the street. I don't get it.
And any kid who's ever received one of those forgets about it within 24 hours.
Oh, yeah. There's no one who's proud of. And I don't give a shit if you want an MVP.
Yeah.
All county. You don't give a shit.
Not that I know. I never received a trophy of any kind. They didn't give trophies out for smoking behind school.
I got a fucking Pulitzer Prize for a fucking novel I wrote. I don't even know where it is. I don't know where it is. It was a baseball book. It was called The Catcher in the Rye. Wow. And good. Yeah, it was a Johnny Bench story. I think somebody did call their book The Catcher in the Rye. A catcher. I'm not even making that
really?
up. Yeah. I can't think of who it is right now. It's driving me nuts. Here is let's go to Jim. Jim, what's up?
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Love the show, man. I'm kind of like following your gospel there. I'm trying to spread it to other parents whose kids are involved in sports. Just let them play. They're playing the game to learn it and to appreciate it as an adult. The ones who are going to make it to the next level, they're going to make it to the next level, no matter if they put this 10,000-hour rule into their sport or not. I mean, that's, let them enjoy life while they can before, it comes crashing down on their heads.
Well, the thing is, are they even enjoying it if they're part of some travel league where it's you let us all down? You know what I mean? Like I said, when you are playing for fun, you really don't care that much whether you win. You're trying to win every day. But I swear to God, I never remembered going home at a fucking Sandlot game feeling fucking terrible because somebody hit a home run off of, it was as forgotten as quickly as you did it. Now, I do agree, if you play the sport, you'll become a better fan because you can follow the game. But I see how bad fandom has become in America, where they just want the home run, they just want the bomb, they just want the ESPN moment. That isn't sports. That isn't the way sports used to be. Sports used to be about grinding it out. Conservative used to be a good thing. The National League, the true, only pure baseball league, because everybody bats, would play a 90-foot game, where the first thing that you think about is just getting to first base, and then how you get that guy to second base, which means it's a game within a game within a game within a game. That makes baseball fucking fascinating. Sitting around 8 innings and waiting till one guy gets a hold of the ball and fucking hits a home run. You've dulled the game up. You've now changed it from this game of little things to just waiting for one thing to happen. And that's why American League fans, they can't follow a game. They can't follow the game of baseball because they didn't grow up on that.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're, have what used to be called water on the brain. I don't know what it's called anymore. There's got to be a more scientific name. But an American League fan is like somebody has taken drops of water and put it on their brain. Here's Dutch in Connecticut. Dutch.
Hey, Bennington.
Yeah.
So, all right, I give full disclosure. I'm a dad of an 8-year-old who is, God bless, athletically. I'm an asshole dad. I get it. What I wrestle with in the town we're in is when it comes to lacrosse, you got kids on the team who are riding around the lacrosse stick like it's a horse, and then you got kids who are really actively playing, and you got parents on both sides going, every kid should be playing, everyone should be getting a trophy, and you got other parents going, our team's not competitive enough, we need to be playing in Maryland.
Dutch, first of all, this should have ended with, I'm an asshole dad, and left it at that. Because your fucking problem of thinking that your kid is gifted in lacrosse because he's 8 and can do something is ridiculous. Most kids that are competitive and able to take care of their body when they're 8 is because they're little and they can use their body faster. This kid isn't going to be playing in 6 years when he's 14. Or if he does, how many people give a fuck who's the great college
No one
lacrosse
cares
players?
at this point.
Yeah.
No one cares at this point. The fact that he could put on his gear and his helmet's facing the right way, I'm thrilled. Like, that's about as good as it gets right there.
Here's what
Why
you
do
should
I
do.
need to take an 8-year-old kid to Maryland from Connecticut to play fucking lacrosse?
Here's the deal, though, Dutch. You shouldn't even be involved in your kid's fucking life at all. He's 8. Let him go out and play with his friends. The last thing you want is your dad fucking going, hey, did you take care of your lacrosse stuff? You better not leave that lacrosse stuff out. Who cares? You're not going to be in this lacrosse league when you're grown up. Stay out of your kid's life. Let your kid go out and play. They come in the house, start yelling at him.
I think that stops a lot of kids from being honest about their interests. Whether it's sports or if it's like something creative or it's music.
Yeah.
It's like the second you say to your parents, like, I'm really interested in learning the tuba, suddenly it's like tuba lessons and then why did you quit tuba? You know what I mean?
Dude, I remember I quit one of my leagues when I think I was like in 7th or 8th grade or something because I was doing second shift school and in football, and by the time I got home, I fucking had it was stupid. And my team's always lost anyway. And I'm like, well, I quit. And my family was like, well, we don't start something, we don't finish. I'm like, one of us does. One of us stops mid-season. And then watches his shows. And then I remember I went out for the team again next year, and I couldn't believe that everybody there was acting like, but you quit last year. I go, this is a whole new season. Let's fucking get it going. And I remember the adults were really paying a lot of attention to, how do we know you won't quit? I'm like, that's always, how do you know anyone won't quit? Like, it didn't even seem like a big deal to me. But I remember thinking, they're hanging on to this thing because you don't remember a year before.
Yeah, you have like a different personality at that point. You're just like, what?
Luke, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Ron, what's going on?
Hey,
First
man.
time caller.
Hey,
you're spot on, and you're a very smart man. Catcher in the Rye is a book written by Bob Uecker, longtime Brewers play-by-play, Major League, and it's good. And Rye is spelled W-R-Y.
You know what? Maybe I got seats in the front row. The great Bob Uecker, who was he a Brewers play-by-play guy for many, many years?
Yeah, he's a Brewers play-by-play guy for, I think over 40 years or something like that. He still does the home games.
He's fantastic. All right, you're going into a pretty good prize closet, my friend, and God damn it, you deserve it. He was a very, very funny guy, but you've seen Major League.
Yeah.
You know, the little bit on the
Sure.
outside. That was his actual job.
Yeah.
And he's a former player. He used to go on the Carson show and just crush. Just, he was one of those dry guys who would go like this. So we started the game, and I was pretty liquored up. And I always love that type of fucking personality. Comedy 101 is coming. Chris, give us some of the details.
It's happening Tuesday, November 1st at 9 p.m. at the Village Underground. You go to theinterrobang.com to see how to buy tickets.
Bill in Atlanta, what's up?
Jay Bennington.
Hey.
My grandson, has played organized baseball for forever. But at 12, we got into this tournament at Cooperstown, which, what baseball player doesn't want to go to Cooperstown? But the thing they do there is they dress everybody exactly the same. It's only 12-year-olds, and they have dozens of fields, and like 2,000 kids go at one each week for 12 weeks or something like that. I don't remember. He's 14 now. But anyway, they put all the fences at 200 feet, so almost any kid can hit a home run. So the kids had a great time, but then they had a couple of teams that came in from California who the biggest damn 12-year-olds you've ever seen in your life, and of course they killed everybody. Now the guy that organized this thing, and it went from just a few teams to, like I say, I think there was 20-something teams when we went, told a story about a team that went from Indiana somewhere that was just horrible. They lost every game, and he went to their little hut, they all sleep together, and talked to the kids, and the kids were in such a good mood, and this team lost everything. So he asked one of the kids, he said, "You guys lost everything. Let me ask you why you guys are so happy." He said, "We made it fun for all the other teams."
Well, that's like, you know what? Then those kids are almost retards too. You know what I mean? Like,
that's too far.
Seriously, you can go too far. I mean, I know there should be submissives. You know, I mean, that's a turn on. You know, I don't like any story that comes to having a happy fucking point at the end of it.
Like a whole team full of like Ralph from The Simpsons.
Now,
one of the babies looked at me.
That's actually too good.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was really good. Out of nowhere, I'll throw this type. She's holding a Ralph in her back pocket. But we had team. I played on teams that won championships. I played on teams that won 2 fucking games over a season. When I played on teams that were poor, we didn't give a shit because we didn't give a shit.
Right.
We just didn't care. We didn't want to make the other teams happy. I mean, we
make
knew
it special for everyone.
But you talk about organized sports. I'm telling you, the best sports I've ever played in my life were disorganized sports. Sports the kids went out and played themselves. And I can't tell you the last time I've gone past the field and saw a bunch of kids playing. Now, he brought up bringing the field in like 200 feet. We used to play at this one place next to Locust Hill School. It was just a fucking field, and there was a woods with a fucking short porch, right?
Yeah.
So if you hit it into dead left field, it was a fucking out. Anybody who pulled the ball and hit the ball into the woods, I don't care if it went there and a line drive or was crushed, it was an out. In the middle, it was a fucking single if you hit it there. And in the right, pea patch, it was all you can get. To this day, that meant you could just fucking run and run if you hit it in the pea patch. Now, there wasn't a single pea growing in the pea patch. That's a place where us kids would piss. And if you hit the ball and made someone run into the piss patch, now, those things that I'm saying was made up years before me. Those rules were neighborhood rules.
Yeah.
In that one fucking field. And when we went and played organized ball, when somebody we knew from our neighborhood came up to bat, we would fucking always yell, pea patch, all you can get. And nobody knew what we were talking about. And people, when they found that was actual pea, they asked if we could change it.
No.
Here's our friend and collector of the butts, Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, I'm pretty famous for the collection of the butts.
Yeah, you're very well known around my family now.
Oh, I'm glad. I made a conscious effort when I had my daughter not to impress her, like to force like my interests on her. And she's quite her own little person. And one day she got it in her head she wanted to go to dance class. And I was like, all right, So I take her for a couple months, and she liked it, and she was fine. We get to the recital, which is like at the end of their little year or whatever. And she gets up on stage, and she's giving me the death stare from the stage, like, what am I doing up here? And I was like, oh, you're doing really good, you know. And at the end, they give them all a participation trophy. She comes over to me with this participation trophy, throws it in the trash can, and goes, I hate this place. I'm never coming back.
That's
and I went,
fucking great.
I went, all right, let's go. And, you know, then it, you know, she drifts off into other things. Like right now, she's obsessed with cats. A couple weeks ago, she was building stuff out of cardboard boxes, and you know, she just flits from one thing to another. And I'm just like, do whatever you want. But her throwing that participation, and then she tried. I said, no, they gave us this trophy because she did it in front of like everybody.
Sure.
And so I get it out, and you know, I take it home, and I go, you want to put this in your room? She goes, no. And her cousin comes over. She goes, oh, can I have this? And my daughter was just like, yeah, whatever. You know, like she could care less who got the participation trophy. It was trash to her. She just wanted to try dance, and that was it. She tried it. She didn't like it.
I mean, any trophy is fucking ridiculous. It's fucking moronic.
Like, not for nothing, but unless you're raising the Stanley Cup, you know, that's the only trophy we care about in Philly. So.
Yeah, and that's only that year. You know what I mean? Like, it don't mean shit the next year.
Yeah. But
thank you, Queen.
She's a good egg. All right, bye.
Good to talk to you. She's a good egg. My kid's a good egg.
She's a good egg. She's good people.
Yeah. She is. She's good people. You can trust her. She's no fucking rat. Like, yeah, the mafia doesn't go fucking handing out trophies.
Most killy.
Embezzler of the year has got to go to one guy. And that's Jimmy Numbers, the accountant. Am I right, Jimmy? You did it, Jimmy! I'd like to thank the FBI giving me this wire tonight.
What?
Speaking of my shirt, I can't hear you. Please. Talk into my shirt. How quickly would you become like, let's suppose you were like wearing a wire, right?
Yeah.
How quick would you want to bring up the conversation? Would you let it go a while?
If I had the wire on me, I just have to try to bring it up immediately. Like, so the Coke, right? The Coke.
Yeah. Yeah, later, Chris. We're going to have a little...
Want to talk about how it gets into this country and how much you're paying for it and selling it for?
First of all, that's none of your business. How we get it.
Just curious, though.
You should be happy that you're getting it yourself.
I just want to know all the details and everyone else you're working with. Like, who's above you? Like I always do with you, but
Chris, what are you doing with that chart? With these little boxes that you paste the pictures on.
Don't worry about that. Just let's pay attention to the conversation.
I know about you, but who are you reporting to?
Yeah, I mean, who's your boss? You know what I mean?
Is that across state lines, or how do you work that? Closer to my shirt, please.
And guns. Anything about guns?
Send lawyers, guns, and money. Dad, get me out of here. What? You got something for me to read?
Just for when we go to break of live read.
What is it going to be?
It's going to be Dish Network.
Let me read that. Right. Give it to me right.
Okay, all right.
I'd love... Gail, you want to read with me?
Sure.
Dish wants you to stop paying for channels you don't watch. It's time for a skinny bundle that gives you what you actually want to watch, not what you don't.
Introducing the new Flex Pack from Dish. You start with over 50 popular channels. If you want more, you can add channel packs like locals, variety, kids, and news. Dish says if you don't watch, then don't pay. Call 1-844-CALL-DISH today or visit dish.com to sign up.
The new Flex Pack from Dish. It's over 50 popular channels for just $39.99 a month. And with your first channel pack included, add more channel packs like locals, varieties, kids, news, and more for $10 a month each. Call 1-844-CALL-DISH. Call 1-844-CALL-DISH or visit dish.com to sign up today.
Requires credit qualification, 2-year commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Dish service for one TV included. Taxes and surcharges are extra. Offer ends October 27, 2016. Other restrictions apply.
Dish by the Flex Pack.
Dish.
Oh, the Flex Pack is a good deal, folks. And you put it on your dish. With the Flex Pack, you get the good stuff. All the shows that you wish. Here comes Chris Stanley. He's wearing a wire.
No.
He's a rat.
Definitely not.
From a family of rats. He's running a gossip column out of that T-shirt. Papa, get you 10. We're going to whack that fuck tonight. Here comes Vito. Yeah. He's the first to get shot in any scene. He's just the backup guy. Go ahead and shoot him right now. Doesn't change the arc of the story. We don't need him. How would you like to be that thing like in one of those mafia movies? You're like in almost every scene, but just standing behind somebody. And you're just going through the fucking sides and you're like, right, I'm in the scene, but you don't want me to say anything?
So that means I have to be here for all these rehearsals?
So don't I even have a right, boss, or I'll get the car?
No, just touch your collar every now and again. Straighten your jacket and exit when he exits. Hold the door for him.
I always think it's best when the bodyguard gets up to take a fucking piss and the guy gets shot. You know, if you just see a fucking bodyguard going, I'm going to take a piss now, you're like, yeah, I'm going to go with you.
Yeah, never go to the bathroom.
I know how this fucking gimmick works.
But I have to go number 2.
Yeah. Should I hide then? Is there a place here I can hide until you come back? Because they don't believe you.
We're going to share the stall then.
That's disgusting.
I mean, if you need a bodyguard, you got to.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. We were going to talk about that movie.
Oh,
yeah, but it's time
Gringo.
for Johnny.
God damn it, Chris. I was so excited.
What kind of show do you run, son?
Yeah, son. Seriously, son, why didn't we talk about this? I was very excited.
It's a great doc.
Boo. All right, Liz from Comedy Cellar, they own the Underground, just texted me. This is going to be a quick sale, guys. I don't know whether you're ready for this. I go, yeah, we are. We expected to sell. This is going to be here's what I hate to say about it. It's the New York Comedy Festival, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, we're bringing in all these. We're going to have the fucking best one yet.
Yeah.
We're going to have the best show. Our show's going to be so funny, they're going to have to move it to Raw Dog, where it can annoy the rest of the people. Move him. Take him and his humor away. Go ahead and tell the details, Chris. I know you won't fucking play the promo.
Comedy 101 is part of this year's New York Comedy Festival. It's happening Tuesday, November 1st at 9 p.m. at the Village Underground. To get tickets, go to theinterrobang.com.
Now, why don't you just try saying it? And I'm not trying to tell you how to run your life.
Yeah.
But just say it as Chris Stanley rather than announcer guy.
But I know.
I just want to hear it once as Chris Stanley.
Okay.
If you were you
right.
yourself.
All right. Comedy 101 is part of the New York Comedy Festival. It's happening Tuesday.
No, you're talking like an announcer.
And you're still
Be
going
Chris.
fast.
Okay.
So, okay, how about I'll start it this way? This will be like a little test check.
Exercise?
So, hey, when is Comedy 101 happening?
It's Tuesday, November 1st at the Village Underground.
He's announcing. What if I did like this? Hey, Christopher, how you doing, man? You doing okay?
Christopher, when's the Comedy 101?
Listen, I haven't seen you in a while. What are you doing November 1st? I thought we'd get together.
I'm going to be at the Village Underground. Comedy 101. Comedy 101's happening.
You wanted to announce a voice.
I can't help
Just
it.
be a regular guy. You're on the street.
Knock around, guy.
Hey, look who it is. It's Christopher from Queens.
Hey, Christopher!
Hey, Christopher!
Call me like that.
Hey, it's the rat from the family of rats.
No.
Look at them. They're all rats over there. One of these days, they're going to get exterminated.
I don't talk.
Where are you going to be November 1st?
I'm going to be at the Village Underground.
For what?
Comedy 101. Comedy 101's happening that
What are you
night.
talking about?
9 p.m. You know about Comedy 101?
I don't know nothing about it. You know, I've been away for a while. I don't think you know about this.
what do you?
Let's say I was upstate at school.
Oh, God. Well, it's a comedy show hosted by Ron.
What are you doing? Are you announcing now?
No, I'm not
You're an
announcing.
announcer guy.
I'm explaining.
Hey, remember Christopher from the neighborhood?
Get a load of this kid.
He thinks he's a big fucking deal now, the announcer guy.
I haven't seen you in a while. Just explain what's
Yeah,
happening.
things change, Chris. Hey, Chris, you still selling those fucking cans of peaches that you stole out of the fucking railroad car?
They haven't expired yet.
We used to call him PC Chris back in the day. Just say it. With being a person, say, how do we get tickets?
You have to go to theinterrobang.com, and that's where they'll have all the links to get tickets to Comedy 101, which is happening November 1st. That's a Tuesday at 9 p.m. at the Village Underground.
We'll have all the links there.
All the links. All the links.
Like each ticket is an individual link.
What are you saying all the links for?
We'll have the links.
Hey, Chris, one more thing, huh?
Yeah.
How about like the old days? Because I don't know what this event is. Could you play me one of your famous promos?
Oh, shit. Don't have any of my famous promos.
Because those were sweet. Get a real nice taste of promo. You still licking balls like the old days, Christopher?
Oh, I was never licking balls.
It says he was the announcer of Aurelio.
That was me.
We got a break for Johnny, right?
Yeah, we have to break
what
for
do you
Johnny.
bring? Nice apps?
He has a couple burgers.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Back, Bennington. Ride the Wild Surf. It's the Bennington Show. Now, the other day, I saw some kids teasing somebody, another youngster, for wearing pink. And I said, kids, you better stop that, because real men wear pink. And they said, name one. I go, Hard Rock Johnny. And they said, name a man. But Hard Rock Johnny is making strides against breast cancer. And he's here to tell us why. And you're wearing pink right now.
I am. This is going to be my problem. I only have very few pink shirts. Mm-hmm. And for the month of October, I have been asked by the American Cancer Society to wear pink every day. So I'm going to be really smelly.
So you're now the NFL, you're saying?
Well, yeah, I'm going to be the NFL, except I'm not going to be auctioning off my pink stuff afterwards. I'll be trying to raise money.
Burning it.
During. Well, after the end, it'll definitely have to be.
So what are you going to be doing to raise money, Johnny?
So I was asked to be on the board of directors of the Manhattan chapter of the American Cancer Society.
Wow, congratulations,
So I
Johnny.
accepted that. And then the first thing they asked is, would you be part of our Real Man campaign, which they have 40 business leaders from New York City. Apparently, I'm a business leader.
You are.
A business leader of famous pants. And I will be wearing something pink every day. And then I'm asking for some charitable donations. The fundraising goal is a mere $2,500. I would like to raise $10,000.
Make it $2,500 just to make sure. Now, Johnny is a cancer survivor. Am I right when I say that?
No.
Okay. Johnny is a fan of the band Survivor.
I am.
think we are.
Who is it?
It's
Really?
the eye of the tiger, and it's starting to right. I think I have the eye of a tiger. This year, Johnny, and what year is it? I mean, is November you're doing this or October?
October.
October. Jocktober.
Either or.
This year, Johnny's going to paint the mother pink. Now, if you get that, you were alive during the 80s. Do you understand where it came from, Chris?
No, I don't.
Gail?
No.
Paint the mother pink. Do you get it? Do you remember it, Johnny?
I don't know if I do.
That's when John Mellencamp gave away his pink house on MTV. And the entire country went, they are giving away a house? You can own a house? And I believe the house turned out to be on top of a landfill or something. They had to change it. But they painted it pink because he had a hit song at the time called Little Pink Houses. And this is volume. So, Johnny, you wear pink every day.
Something pink.
And if you don't, what happens?
I have to forfeit all the money I raise. No. I don't know.
You have to give someone cancer.
This is terrible. Please don't mess up.
Never make a mistake.
So I will be reaching out through various means of social media.
You're not wearing pink in the website pic.
No, I'm not. That I need to change. They chose that picture of me, not.
Would you like us to take a? That's your picture?
That is the picture.
Johnny, that's a fucking great picture.
That's a very nice picture.
Let me see if I. Oh, there you are. See here, I'm just like, what's that blur? And then I go, there he is, right there. Now, that was when you were in 8th grade.
Yes.
Now, Johnny, you are broad-shouldered. Those are wide shoulders.
Yeah.
Maybe the suit. There's shoulder pads in them.
Why would you wear shoulder pads? Is this football?
It's
He's also wearing
power
a chin
suit.
strap. Who are your gents playing this week?
Minnesota Vikings, Monday Night Football.
You got to fucking beat them.
Oh, God.
It's going to be, I sat at that game and I'm like, 2-3 coming right at you because you got Minnesota at Minnesota, Green Bay at Green Bay, and then the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, they're called the Ravens. They're not the Colts anymore.
They are.
We're playing Johnny Unitas and the Baltimore Colts.
Currently 3-0. So it's, but at this point, aside from the Eagles, is any team as good as they appear or as bad as they appear?
You're trying to jinx me, and I get it, and it's fun to do.
No, the Eagles do look good. I don't. You didn't take my bait when I was.
I'm not playing that game because I know
Man,
it
the Eagles look unbeatable.
Because you stole that from me. That's my thing. Make people go, no, I go, there's no way I have friends in Chicago who go, the Cubs are a guaranteed lock in the World Series. And they're like, stop it. I'm like, I'm trying to be on your side.
Well, they should all be worried now because I think someone in this room who's a known jinx took them in a bet.
To you, my friend. To you and your Cubbies.
They're going to do it, dude. They're going to fucking go all the way.
You hear the song that they're doing this year, though?
What's that?
Fly, Cubbies, fly.
Foy.
I just watched fucking Vito knock himself out with a pair of headphones. This doesn't happen in this industry.
Yeah, it slapped me in the nose.
Johnny has to make, from this point on, and you're a long time, I mean, we go back to NEW. You're one of the OG NEW guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
So every afternoon now, you got to now choose Opie or Anthony. They're going to be up against each other. You don't know what to do, right?
No, I know what to do.
You were torn between two lovers, feeling like a fool.
As long as there's no one else in the 12-3 slot or any other slot that may come along.
I don't know where they're moving us next. Now, Chris,
Yes.
What about you?
I don't know what I could choose.
Well, come on, make a choice.
Right now?
No, in the future. Sometime in the future. Vito, would you make a choice?
I'm preoccupied during that time.
See, everyone's afraid to choose. This is, I was never a part of a divorced family. It's hardest, I believe, when three parents get divorced. Opie, Anthony, and Jimmy. Whoever would have thought that the divide and conquer would be themselves doing it.
So weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
I remember standing next to you in the hallway at NEW when word came down that show was removed from the air and they were fired.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of like, huh? And then that's when your run of 800 shows in a went. You were like 3 time periods a day. Or morning, noon, night.
We don't. Go ahead. Let's bring the Iron Man in. We don't know where you're going to be next, buddy, but we appreciate your loyalty. That's when Eric Logan said, believe me, when, we're probably going to send you, to another market, but you will know first. And I never fucking heard from him. And he goes, don't worry about any of this. We're all going to eat cake. I never heard that fucking saying before or since. And every time I see a piece of cake, I'm like, Eric, you fucking Oprah-loving prick.
Was it like a Marie Antoinette?
I think it's like we're all going to be fat kids. I think that's what he believed.
Gotcha.
I don't think it was going. I don't.
Not
think,
like a let them eat cake.
Yeah, I think with his country rock fucking background, I didn't think he had the thing to know anything about the French Revolution. So Johnny is going to be wearing pink every day. If not, come hit him on the calf. Dead leg, that son of a bitch.
I'll take him. You can even give me a ball.
Gail, do you remember we used to play dead leg in the family?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did I ever tell you about this, Chris?
No.
So if we would, and we did this for years, if you would see someone just standing there, you go over and you put your knee into their thigh, and we used to drop. We used to drop each other.
Yeah.
On a constant basis. And then, when that person was on the floor screaming, you'd stand above them and you would go, dead leg!
You don't want to be on the business end.
Dude, I got one in the market one time. I'm just standing there like, oh, fuck. I'm down in the frozen food aisle. And I'm like, you got me. My leg is dead. It fucking hurts so bad to take a knee in the thigh.
It's very, very painful.
Why, Chris, you saying you want to be dead-legged right now?
Go ahead, take a dead leg.
Should I
Be
take a dead
part
leg?
of the family, finally, officially. This really makes you a true Bennington.
Plug the underground gig that we're doing.
Comedy 101. It's part of this year's New York Comedy Festival.
Plug that. And I'll dead leg you.
It's happening Tuesday, November 1st at 9 p.m. at the Village Underground. Go to theinterrobang.com to find out how to get tickets.
You know how to Photoshop, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm great at it.
Why aren't you Photoshopping a pink suit onto Johnny?
Hack the American Cancer Society website and then Photoshop me?
Now, do you have to do this for work?
No, this is not really work related. This is a personal thing.
It's fun.
To do.
It's fun for you to beat cancer at its own game.
I guess it was, I figured it was just my time to do something a little charitable.
Every year when the NFL does it, I'm like, I love this. I love looking out on the field and seeing all this pink. Somebody who wishes not to be says, I choose Ant. Easy call.
Wow.
That's surprising. That's from somebody who doesn't want to be known public as Fez.
Did he say, and tell that scumbag
to get
out of the studio?
I gotta send him stuff that was sent to me yesterday, and he'll really be pissed. I actually was going to send it to him last night, and I'm like, no, I'm not. There's a lot of people were writing to me about shit that Ant said yesterday.
Oh, I must have missed that.
Yeah.
I have to go back.
I'll let you just read it. Shit, I can't even find it right now. There's a bunch of people. I'm so popular with my text. Just so popular with my texting right now.
That was the proxy text from Fez was the greatest thing ever.
Oh yeah, when I started that shit between you guys, I was really into fucking. I was.
Did you guys squash that, or what's up?
He won't return my texts.
He won't return BL's either. I did the BL recently because she's trying to come back up. And I said, if you bring Fez and we have the reunion show, and she's called him and he won't answer the phone with her. And I'm like, but what if I came down there? And she's like, fucking A! This is why you're the genius. And I'll get right to him.
It'd be great just do a remote on his porch.
I actually said, bring me his broom. You killed her. That's my only real impression.
That's good.
I didn't see anybody getting happy.
You could maybe reenact.
All right, I don't have it. Need somebody to resend that to me.
It's probably up higher than that.
I know, but I can't. How long can I think it just stopped taking me. Oh, I had to close some of my messages. I'm gonna get it retext to me. I had to delete some of my stuff because I had filled up everything.
You had
I'm
no
so popular
space.
because I'm on these crazy long text things that take place no matter what the TV show or sport is.
It's just fun to be in a group text.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sometimes
look up at your phone. You haven't seen it for a while. You get 70 texts.
Do you ever
think something horrible's happened? No, just a group text.
Here's what I hate. We'll have a group text going. Gail's in it for a minute, and then she's gone. And Johnny's still group texting me 3 hours later, and I feel like I have to answer.
I can't do it for an entire game.
Why not?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's the whole day of Sunday.
Red zone.
But it's like we're all still together doing your show.
I know, I go to make some dinner and I look at my phone and it's 75 messages. I don't even have time to read all that.
Mostly just me going, hello?
Who did you make
still there?
Who did you make take off your text?
Who's that?
You made somebody. Chris.
Yeah, this is when they started with. They were watching Big Brother, but not just the show group text. They were texting each other about the live feed, which goes on 24/7.
Yeah, it was.
July 4th.
We had time off around July 4th, and that was right when Big Brother had started. And I got the live feeds. I was just watching it, stayed in my house and watched live feeds for 24 hours.
And I was like, seriously, guys, stop! Just take me off.
That's the worst when you look at the group text and it says, Gail Bennington has left conversation. You can take yourself out of it if everyone has on an iPhone. You're like, oh man.
No, Gail, jump on the
you guys
feeds
can
right
see
now.
that?
If you remove yourself, it says it. It says Gail Bennington or whatever you have in the phone whoever it is, has left conversation.
Really?
I don't get that.
I don't get it.
Because Chris has a droid, so
Oh, okay,
ours all
so
get
it doesn't
messed
matter.
up.
Yeah, so you'll never see it because Chris has a droid.
So Gail just had
Fucker.
to say, stop texting.
You guys should get droids.
No, you don't want your stupid droid.
Wait till your phone explodes.
That's the new ones. This is an older model.
Okay,
It's fine.
all right,
It's not.
good.
It's never going to
Not gonna
explode
blow
in my
up in your
pocket. It's safe.
They said any phone can blow up.
Oh, fuck.
Any phone in the world. And they said if all the phones in the world blow up at the same time. Holy shit. Let me jot that down. Summer movie made cheaply. I already got a name for it. Phone explosion.
That's good.
There's explosions, and then there's phone explosions. Coming soon this summer, made cheaply, but for kids.
Our phones are turning against us.
Fuck, I can't stop texting cunt to people.
I trusted you, Siri. Whoa, what was that? I thought that you finally got dead-legged.
Not yet.
Oh,
I'd love to watch that.
can't wait. Was it like?
Yeah, I need the second part of that too, because I like it. I'm talking around the world.
I know.
Well, you're on a satellite. I mean, why wouldn't you?
You know what? You're right, Johnny. Why can't I be happy with myself? No matter what channel I'm on.
You should be. Who cares? What time, what channel, who you're with?
Doesn't matter anymore.
It just doesn't matter.
We're in the fucking future, dude.
Doesn't.
This is the 90s, okay? It's Lollapalooza.
Doesn't
matter.
It just doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
Bam, bam, bam.
That was my gossip. Gossip. We want gossip.
All right, enough, Johnny.
Sorry.
You know what?
You can't have
fucking
all the
chant.
chants.
So many chants. I don't have to one after another.
Boom, boom, boom.
You get your sex all together.
There's someone who wants to remain private, sitting there waiting by their phone, going,
Yeah.
"Oh, what did they say?" with his flip phone.
No, he's freaking out now, Tony's like, I thought it was Tim Sabian's fucking idea. Or was he too busy wiping his ass on the fucking wall? But I'm even getting I don't even get other things. Anyway, I got to keep Fez in gossip sometimes, you know, but not too much that his little heart gives out.
Don't talk
I don't
about
like
Notre
him
Dame.
to be stressed.
No, don't
Stop.
root against Notre Dame. If you talked about him, that'd be up to you. But you're saying there's nothing better than when his team loses, and that's what he said. There's nothing better because he roots for Planet Hollywood.
The greatest line ever.
And I heard they're taking over all the Hard Rocks. Do the celebrities still own Planet Hollywood? Is it still Bruce Willis and Arnold? And
No, it's just a man named Robert Earl.
I think the only one that was ever popular was the one in Orlando, the one in Universal or something.
It's on Disney. I think it's on Disney property.
Somebody told me, like years ago, they said this is the #1 restaurant for people a year. Because you're in Disney. This is when Planet Hollywood had just opened. And people are like, is Bruce Willis here today?
I think there's only like 4, maybe 5 Planet Hollywood's open.
The idea was to do the same idea, but with Hollywood. I'm working on something right now. I can't talk about it, but it's what I like to call Planet Video Game. And that is having cells from all the famous video games.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
No pants, though?
The problem is none of the kids who play those games leave their home.
Will the food and drink be themed around video game?
In what way? Give me an
Like just
example.
like different, like Sonic the Hedgehog burger or something.
First of all, I would say yes to that.
Mario mushroom.
And I would
Yeah.
eat that. I would eat that anyway. I would just rather. Because you touched yourself and said,
Yeah.
Why did you touch your penis?
It's just the hand just drifts there a lot.
Specifically, the head.
That's the best part, you know? It's the part I like.
Yours or everybody's?
No.
Everybody's.
I'm not going around touching penis heads everywhere.
Are you sure?
This is a bad rumor. I'm sick of them being
Someone
said
tweeted
about
that,
me.
actually.
I mean, there's a rumor that got started that you sucked 100 dicks. So.
In a row?
At the same time.
That's disgusting, Chris.
I don't know who's spreading these rumors about me.
Speaking of rumors, we got to talk about our fucking
Yeah, please,
show.
can we?
So there's a show out that we're all a big fan of, and we hope it's on every week now.
It's a one-time documentary.
Yeah. By the way, I told your aunt and your grandmother to watch the show Brooklyn because I know that they would love it.
Yeah.
And they said to me, we hope it's on every week now.
Oh, my God.
I go, can I give you one fucking movie without you acting like it's not enough? So this show, what's the name of it?
Gringo, The Dangerous Life of John McAfee.
Have you seen it, Johnny?
I have not.
You know who McAfee is,
Yes.
right?
Antivirus.
Antivirus guy.
He's the craziest son of a bitch of all time.
Mad Dog.
He literally tried to go into the heart of darkness in Belize.
Yes.
And was that the dumbest idea that you've ever heard of?
It's really dumb. I don't understand why.
He wasn't going to discover anything there.
No.
They didn't have the skills. They didn't have...
He had one scientist he found randomly and then put her in a shack with like a centrifuge and thought he was going to cure cancer.
Dude, I lived there. The cancer places on the Upper East Side. The most brilliant minds of the world come in and out of that place. It's right on the East River.
Yeah.
And it's like a factory. They're coming in and out, and they've been doing this for years, and they move it ahead a little bit here and there. But he was going to have one person and some beakers and cure cancer, and just him gunned up with all these other fucking locals gunned up. It was insane.
And then they find that there's like a methadone clinic, or not a lab. There was another lab on his property. He was just making synthetic meth when the government raided his house.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, it was a meth. They found a bunch of methadone.
They did not. They went there looking for that, and they couldn't find any. What are you watching? When they saw a lab, they never thought this guy's trying to kill cancer.
Yeah.
They thought he was making crystal meth.
Exactly.
That's why he wasn't arrested.
Oh.
What are you doing with your
Did
side
you
of the
watch it?
story?
Yes, I watched it. I was texting Ron the entire time.
Sucking 100 dicks.
No.
I heard
And it
that
isn't
too.
methadone, you fucking lunatic.
That's a flying thing. That's it.
Are you thinking methadone?
No.
And then what would you be trying to do? Cure fucking heroin addiction? You are not. Are you saying methamphetamines?
I think it was some weird sort of meth. Yeah, that's right.
He didn't make anything, or he would have been busted.
That's the kind of meth that flies around on its own and into your mouth. It's a methadone.
Hold on. Here's Brett. Brett, what's up, buddy?
Hey, you said Brett?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, I didn't know if it was me. Yeah, there's a movie out. I actually saw it last night called Cell, C-E-L-L. It's with Samuel L. Jackson and John Cusack. It's about people who, everybody in the world that is talking on their phone, something goes through the cell phones and it causes an apocalypse.
Now?
Like the world ends. It's out right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it. Bye. Looks like we're not doing our cell phone movie, guys.
Damn it.
Guys,
I ruined everything.
wait! I just got a call. New cell phone movie.
Yay!
All right.
Way to go, baby bro.
Johnny doesn't follow the internet, so he doesn't get that. Pink. That bastard's wearing pink. Why are you wearing pink today? Just to show us what it's going to be like?
Yes, just to give the
That's-
visual. And
that's
that's just
great.
actually the shirt I picked out of the closet.
Do
this
they
morning.
sell pink NFL game jerseys?
Probably.
Quick idea. Corner the pink NFL game jersey. Women love to wear it. You should, even on days that you don't have a shirt, you just put a pink ribbon or armbands.
Yeah.
I bought a 2X
Cock ring?
Yes, I have a pink cock ring. I bought a 2X ladies pink shirt. I went to Lane Bryant because they have the pink.
That's how it starts. Then he keeps
I'm
walking.
going to get you a pink pashmina.
Oh, nice.
Then he keeps walking back and forth in front of Jimmy's house. Oh, hello. They're starting to call him Hard Rock Janie online. I don't like that. Janie's got a gun.
Do you believe everything that they said about McAfee in the documentary?
100%. I believe that he's a scat man. I believe that he paid young girls to lay on a hammock, cut a hole into it, the bottom, and shit into his mouth.
Of all the crazy things that happened in that documentary, murder, possible rapes, all this insanity, when that was revealed, because like the slow like setup of it, of these girls saying, well, he would get a hammock and he was into something kind of weird, but cut the hole in the hammock. And I'm like, where are we going with this?
Basket fucking.
Where are we going with this?
No.
And then when it was said, I screamed aloud in my apartment. My boyfriend is in the other room and went, what happened? And I was like, it's so gross. It's so gross and terrible. I was not expecting it.
Well, this is what was funny to me. I'm like, he's like bragging like, yeah, I got 6 or 7 babies I keep with me at all times. And I'm looking at them like, they're not even that attractive. These are little homeless tough girls.
Yeah.
And then when I found out it was just the shit in his mouth, I'm like, then you don't have to be that attractive.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's about the shit quality. It's not about the face.
Now, I got another Bennington quickie question for you guys. It's another Bennington quickie question. If a guy was to shit in his mouth, is that gay? Discuss. You have 5 seconds.
I feel like it is. It's homosexual activity because it's a dude doing it. He's getting sexual pleasure out of the feces, and it's from a dude.
All right. I'm not going to call it straight, but I would say it could be an asexual activity if the focal point is the duty.
Johnny.
Gay.
So you would never let a man shit in your mouth?
No. If I had to choose.
You're homophobic. Now I'm going to go to Vito, since he's wearing the same T-shirt as Chris. Dude, Pamela Adlin was in here like this yesterday, going like, oh! And she's pointing her hands at these strikes. She's like, don't you see this? What's happening? She was totally weirded out. And she goes, she's leaving. She goes, so what is the actual name? And I'm like, it's Bennington. She's like, the Two Bluto Show, I could call it.
I didn't hear that last part.
I made it up. I made it up. I figured it would be extra mean if I threw that in.
It works, though.
Vito, is it gay if McAfee lets a man shit in his mouth?
Totally straight. You're allowed shit. There's nothing gay about shit. It's just shit.
I kind of got to agree there.
It's gay because he's getting sexual pleasure out of it, and it's a dude providing.
So is the other guy? Are you gay if you shat in someone?
That's gay. I mean, you don't have to be gay. I guess you can be gay for pay or shit for pay or whatever. But
gay for pay is gay.
Then yeah,
that's the whole fucking point.
It's two dudes being gay if they're shitting each other's mouths.
But but his interest, let's say his interest is the shit. It has not, he doesn't care.
Let's see, I figure the scat man wants to shit and then masturbates or whatever. Or does he just...
No,
I
they don't
think he
need
does.
to.
Really?
That's it.
So why would they want
I mean, you heard him. The other thing I thought is not only was he having these girls shit in his mouth, they were saying no vaginal sex occurred at all.
No.
It's not like, hey, this is one of the kinks I'm into, but we also have sex. It's like, this is all I need. Just shit in my mouth. That's it.
Strange.
And the detail of the hammock, I don't know why that really bummed me out, because then I was just like, is it all the same hammock? Like, you have to put your ass through another girl's shithole?
That never occurred to me.
Each girl has their own hammock.
Now, I was confused after the shitting came out about the scientist that was on his property said she was drugged. Now, did he try to take her shit?
No, he raped her
He
just
raped her.
old school Bill Cosby style.
Yeah. Because that's, again, that's a fetish like anything is, it's like, it's more about power and less about what you've done.
So I was wondering, if he was we wanted some shit out of her.
She said she was bleeding, so.
Yeah.
I just saw JC said, cannot wait, just bought 4 tickets to the funniest comedy show I've ever seen. Thank you, JC.
Oh, I need to get some tickets for that.
Well, you never show up since I've known you. I've only seen you 2 places. here and at the Hard Rock.
What about when I got beat up in a boxing ring in New Jersey? That was not. That was the one other time I've done something.
Was that very close to your home, though?
Pretty close.
We could see his house from there. And you know what, Johnny? Enough time has gone by. We could just say you won. No one's going to remember.
No, I got beat up. I'm all right with that. Knocked out because my corner man didn't show up.
I don't know. I saw the fight. I think you could have had fucking Angelo Dundee in that fucking corner.
It was bad. Bad.
Yes, he's got 4 comedy tickets to the big show.
It's Comedy 101. It's part of this year's New York Comedy Festival. It's happening Tuesday, November 1st at 9 p.m. at the Village Underground. Go to theinterrobang.com to find out how to get tickets.
Well, that's going to be it's going to be a fun time. I think everyone's going to be wearing pink in support of Hard Rock Johnny.
I'm going to go then. I'll be there. I promise.
Will you still be wearing pink?
I could. If
I'll tell you who shows up to see his places. Mr. Go-Go. Johnny Go-Go.
Oh, Johnny Go-Go.
Trying to steal my friends.
Johnny to a go-go, everybody. Yeah, Johnny, I'd like to see you come out once. You know, something that...
Oh, I was at the other thing you did, too, now that I think about it.
What's that? It's Eddie Trunk.
No, the Opie and Anthony Unmasked anniversary special.
And I mean all 3 of them are not together anymore. Yeah. I'm going to have 3 different Thanksgivings this year. That's how fucking...
4, because we have our own that we do.
And Anthony be like this. So, how's your Opie? How's your Jimmy? Well, I hope. Yeah, they're great. They're great, Aunt. I forgot to tell you some things that were done against you years ago, but I'm going to tell you now because it helps me, not so much you, but it helps me in my argument. And this was East Side Day the entire time. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Come on, Dave. Get involved.
That's it.
You don't see anything, Chris.
I know.
You don't see anything. You've got one fucking idea in your life, anything you care about, and that's what Bronx Johnny's wearing. You're trying to get pink for him.
He's always matching.
You're so obsessed with him.
Yeah, he is.
He's just
I think they
best.
shit in each other's mouths.
So there's no shitting.
All right, so let's go through McAfee's career. He's a fucking dunce. He comes up with the antivirus.
Yeah.
That's it. That's his one big idea. Then he starts a yoga studio in Colorado. That's this giant place. It's free. Whoever wants to come in. He loses $100 million letting people come in and do yoga. He leaves, goes to Belize. He's having a fucking good time. He's partying. And he's like, hey, maybe I'll meet this chick. We can cure cancer. He can't. Has a dude beaten up and killed. Then he goes back to the beach because he's going to get killed. Another guy kills his dogs, so he has that guy killed.
Yeah.
Runs out of the country, hides, goes on CNN and everything. Well, that's where I came into this story.
Yeah.
In real life. Comes back here. Oh, I forgot. All this time people are shitting into his mouth.
Don't forget that part. Everyone's shitting into his mouth throughout the story.
Look, there's no...
And a rape occurred.
There's no meditation and yoga system that says, and let a fucking orphan shit into your mouth.
He had one of the shit girlfriends with him the entire time when he was on the run.
Yeah.
Like her father was the lawyer?
Her uncle, if it's her father, the fucking story wouldn't make sense.
Uncle?
It's her cousin.
Cousin, yeah.
And then he runs for president and comes in second to Gary Johnson in the Independent Party. In the meantime, he's like this before he meets people. Got a mint? I've been eating shit all morning.
This just doesn't seem professional.
You got any mints? No, I mean shit-flavored mints. Is there any like little pieces of turd back there? I can pop into my mouth and say I'm eating a mint and everybody will laugh.
How thoroughly do you have to brush your teeth post scat situation? Like, I bet it just gets all up in there.
Yeah.
And it's all stuck in between your teeth. And you're flossing. You can imagine having to floss shit out of your teeth.
And then what if your shit girlfriend just came in and started wiping her ass on your buck teeth? She's just rocking back and forth like that.
I just brushed.
Midnight, and she shits in my mouth now. And he's just like this. Honey, is it just farting or are you going to finally shit? I'm exhausted under here. My neck is killing me under the hammock.
I like the one girl, she was like explaining it and she was like laughing and she said it like, I can't believe I'm going to confess that I did this. She's like, it's pretty weird.
I'd be laughing too.
She's like, I would, shit in his mouth and stuff. She was like laughing and she said it. Oh my God.
It's the greatest documentary I've ever seen. It's the greatest documentary known to man on this blue dot we like to call planet Earth.
That's home.
That's home, Johnny. That's BA. And they fucking bugs whacked us. Damn it. Hi, we're doing a radio version.
Goddamn bugs got us, Johnny.
Goddamn shit got us, Johnny. She got in a hammock shit on me. And he's like this all the time. Are you shitting on other guys? Look at me. You can't even look at me when you say no.
No one has ever asked me to do that.
She's always like this. Why would I shit in someone else's mouth? That's not answering. No, yeah, that was it. Let me see your asshole. Did you shit after you left here today? At a gas station. Did you really? You shit in the gas station's mouth? And he's like, I take care of all my girls. They're not jealous of each other. No one's jealous of who gets the shit in the emperor's mouth.
Would you mind shitting in his mouth today? I am just tapped.
I'd be like this. Can I have some of your shit? Because I want to get in and out of it.
Just pack it in.
I want to go to a ball game. I want to go to a ball game.
Okay, you know what? This tastes like dog shit. What did you do?
Huh? No, that's me. Not white.
It's dry.
Sarah Silverman did that bit.
I'm going to make myself puke.
Yeah.
Rat hole in dog shit.
Yeah.
I've never thought of in my life.
So she says they just pack it in. That's not your shit. It's coming out of my ass, isn't it? How could that not be my shit? You think I rat holed someone's shit? You're sicker than I thought. And he's like this. Just forget it. I don't even want to do this anymore. He's just spitting it out.
I'm not in the mood. No, the romance is gone. Forget it.
You want to cuddle, Everett? Not with your mouth full of shit. Swallow it.
Oh, God.
And the worst thing is if you do it in the morning, the orange juice, it's just, you're like, oh.
It just clashes those
Yes,
flavors.
it's terrible the way that is. Jimmy, Pink Johnny was saying to me the other day, he says,
Pink Johnny.
He wakes up every morning, he says he gets up, he has just a bucket of orange juice just to try to stop the shakes.
You got a problem.
You ever get the shakes before?
Yeah. Yeah, once before. It was not fucking pleasant. Felt shitty.
Yeah, it's scary, right?
Yeah.
I remember I had the shakes one time, and I'm like, I don't think this is leaving. It's been a while now. And then one day it stopped. Just by doing more that I had stopped. I felt with a little straw, I got a nice, healthy stop. So, as you were saying, sorry about the hand. I'm sorry about the hand there going back and forth so much. Johnny.
Yes, sir.
How much would you like Don to give you on behalf of SiriusXM for your pink shirt?
Don Wicklund, let's go 500.
Let Don know. He wants to keep things nice from SiriusXM.
Got it.
And Johnny, 500.
500.
You got different kind of deals with all your beverage dealers and shit like that too. They got to come through for you, right?
I don't know if who I'm hitting up for this.
Strong on all those fuckers.
Yeah, every one of them.
The guys who sell keychains. Hey, maybe I like a little something back, right?
You hit up the guys on the corner.
Down on the corner. Yeah, we're all having liquids at the same time. I think the audience likes when I do this. Refreshing. Today's numbers. 9.
9.
All right, like, you be the guy who called up, and I'll be me watching at home.
Okay. 14.
Shit! Fucking, I'm done. I'm not anywhere close to
There's
this.
more.
Yeah, I don't know where close. I'm not going to go down there unless win the entire jackpot. I'm here for my 3,000. I'd kill myself first. It would be 350 million, but I missed it by one number.
Yeah,
Fuck you. Keep the 3. Yeah, keep the 3 G's. You actually make me worse than if I didn't get any numbers.
And the guy's coming in to hit on all the numbers with a giant fucking check. It's like this motherfucker.
If you hit for the 3,000, they give you a medium-sized check. It's just like this.
This is embarrassing.
I mean, it is bigger than a regular size check. I know, but
the other day I was going through my grandfather's attic. There was a trunk in there, and he had 15 Honus Wagner cards. What? And and it was I was throwing it in the fucking fire. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this old asshole. He really liked Honus Wagner a lot. Why didn't he just burn this years ago? Mint condition. Not anymore. Not once Sparky hits him. I mean, someone sent this in to us. They go, who cleans up the shit from a seeing eye dog? That's an easy answer. Mexicans. Mexicans clean it up for all of us. Vote Hillary if you want Mexicans in the country. Trump should say this. Not only do I want to get rid of illegal Mexicans, legal Mexicans are kind of annoying too. They're out of here. And I'm sorry, Cubans, you're Mexicans too. You got Mexicans working for you, Johnny, illegals?
No. Everyone is legal.
Why don't you just help out some of the illegals? They could use the work.
It's on the table. They could find some work somewhere.
I have them picking cantaloupes for me, and I only need one. And I'm like, go down to the market and pick me a cantaloupe. I know you can do it.
I do see a lot of them hanging out in front of the Home Depot by my house on Saturday morning.
You're a fucking racist.
No, they're waiting
That is
for
not
jobs.
a gay fucking gathering spot.
Shitting each other's mouths.
That's disgusting.
Oh, my
Yeah, you
God.
do think it's gay. You're completely anti-gay, you said.
When did I say that?
You said you're speaking for hard rock.
No, I'm not.
You said also anti-Native American.
No, I'm definitely not anti-Native American.
You're against the First Nation?
No, we're owned by the First Nation, so no, I love.
Are you really?
Yeah, Hard Rock is fully owned by the Seminole tribe of Florida.
But that's not First Nation.
They're the only tribe to have not signed a treaty with the U.S. government.
Really?
Dude, I'm very fucking familiar. Yeah, they never did. I'm very familiar. I lived down in that area.
It's amazing. They own everything. They were very good with their money. They bought cattle. They're one of the largest cattle producers.
Why are you acting like the other Indians were bad with their money and they deserve where they belong?
Then they got casinos.
They took the whole Seminole Nation. Bum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum. By the way, I heard from Earl yesterday.
Ooh.
He's interested in a position here. I thought I'd tell you that, and you can bust his balls about it.
Are they interested in him having a position here?
That's his. Look, I'm not saying that their dossier on him is as bad as the one for Ant and Eastside Dave, but it's
pretty close.
Yeah, they thought he was crazy.
He is.
Yeah, he is pitching me this same show that he pitched me 15 years ago, the Black Rock show.
Oh yeah.
And he's telling me he can get the same guy to come in.
Yeah, he talked to me about it the other day.
Well, what's he want you to do?
He wanted Hard Rock. He wanted to know if Hard Rock would be interested in sponsoring it.
And you said no.
Thank you.
No, but could you seat those people? They've been standing there for 2 minutes. One thing about, and I was talking about your place the other day. People were whizzing around us in that.
Busy.
Yeah,
it is always busy,
and even in the middle of all that, Don had a way of glazing over.
What was with him that day?
He had found out some stuff that was happening here.
Ah,
yeah,
shark stuff.
The sharks. When the shark bites, Sirius XM, babe.
Sharks, are you ready to?
Yeah. So let me ask you something. Are you ready to get the Black Rock into a coalition? Hi, I'm Earl Douglas, and I want $1 for 75% of my company. Do you know that rock came from black people? Neither do they. Because they have zero interest in it now. But at one time, they were crazy about it.
Loved it.
I'm going to give out everybody a song check so you can just have it in front of you. He is obsessed with that one idea.
It's his life's work. He should change it to Black Rock Matters. It's topical.
What if he changes to Black Cock Matters? You'd be you'd be first in line.
You'd be underneath the hammock.
Oh, shit! Shit
No.
Ew.
No.
Get that man some floss.
Oh, because there's shit in there.
There's no shit in my mouth. This is all hypothetical.
I didn't hear that rumor about you.
Good.
The 100 dick thing?
In a row?
No, not even one.
Why don't you plug away, Chris?
Comedy 101 is part of this year's New York Comedy Festival. It's happening Tuesday, November 1st at 9 p.m. at the Village Underground. You go to theinterrobang.com to find out how to get tickets.
Well, you act like we're not going to be giving away. You know, you're just making a plug instead of it's us. We bring in great comics. We bring in less than great fucking amateur comics. And it's, just play the promo and you can hear it's one of the funniest fucking things you'll ever be a part of. And we're all looking forward to it. November 1st, we want to be there and then also be square. Now, we will give out some tickets later, but to ensure, since this is the New York Comedy Festival, we have to set it up this way. We are selling some tickets. Go to the iBang. It's for Tuesday, November 1st, 9 p.m. at the Village Underground. Find out how to get tickets at theinterrobang.com. Johnny doesn't want us to have a Thanksgiving show this year.
What?
And I'm like, dude, that's what we're known for.
Yeah.
I love Thanksgiving shows.
This year, instead of turkey, right? I think we should just give those turkeys to the Paint It Pink Foundation at your party.
Oh, that is so nice.
No, that's okay. We'll give turkey to the people who come to see the show.
If some people want to donate to you, Johnny, how do they do it?
I will be tweeting out shortly a little thing on the Twitter tweets that hopefully I'll get some retweeting Twitter tweet love, and you'll be able to go to the website or scan a QR code that
And what's your handle for those who don't follow you?
At Johnny Rocks, JohnnieRoxx.
Oh, you're that kind of rocks.
Yes, that kind of rocks. Yeah, not ROCKS.
ROCK in the USA. You really fucking stay together with all that. We're at the end of our day. Johnny, this hour went fast with you.
It sure did.
You know what it felt like? It was like we were on a text chat together. Like we were all together.
Except
anything we need to promote, Gail?
Yes. GPS LA, The Canyon Scene premieres this Saturday on Deep Tracks, Channel 27 at 3 p.m. East. So that's Deep Tracks, Channel 27.
One more night up in the canyon. I can't wait till we do that to everybody on December 1st this year. I forget every year. You know who gets me and has gotten me every single year? Kathleen from the Bronx.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Every fucking year she gets me. One more time. Go and play the promo first before we wake up, Vito.
Don't have it yet.
Look at Chris, Vito. Look at Chris.
Look at me in my eyes.
He's saying yes this whole time.
But he's not moving. That's the smallest yes I've ever seen. Comedy 101 is a big part of New York Comedy Festival. I just had it big for no apparent reason. It's just been accepted to the New York Comedy Festival this year. Tuesday, November 1st, 9 p.m. at the Village Underground. We're going to give away tickets later, but you can ensure that you're going by going to the interrobang.com and find out how to purchase some tickets. We also tweeted the link out there for you, Johnny, on the Bennington show. And all kidding aside from what we started with the show today, I just want to take a moment to say something. I've known Opie, Anthony, and Jimmy for 16 going on 17 years. It really does sadden me to see them not talking with each other. They've been through some amazing experiences that they'll never share with another person in their life. I think it's, I don't care if one's doing mornings and the other one's doing afternoons. You don't get to share these kind of things with anybody else. I would hope for their benefit. And it's not like Fez and I never had hard times before, but ending that show the way that we did, it brought up a lot of memories for us, and we're bonded for life. So, for what it's worth, I hope you guys will just think about that.